I did a 9-hour shift today, and I feel good.
Yeah, you looking good, Greek. Are you in bed?
Yep, I'm in bed.
Wow, that's very nice. You're looking fantastic. Okay, for everybody that is new to the show, we are going to break down the rules and go through the process before we go through our introductions, just so everybody's on the same page, and then we'll jump right into topics. Okay, here we go. So, welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. This is how it works. You see the timer at the top. When that timer expires to 0, go ahead and start it right now. We will vote. In the chat, you will vote for who you want to keep, not kick, from the Rajj Royale podcast. At the end of that, the person with the most amount of votes will choose between the two people with the lowest amount of votes, and they will be eliminated from the podcast.
Raj?
Excuse me. Yes, John.
I literally already won.
Okay. All right, John. Well, we're going to have to – we'll have to see. We'll have to see here, John. Good luck.
Has Zerka ever won one?
No. He's never won a Rajj Royale podcast.
Hey, oh, no, Raj. There was that time that I got kicked off, and then they spammed the Z button on Hasan.
Oh, that's true. I do remember that. Hassan. But they voted you off, and then your fans, because you're viral with 500,000 views overnight.
It was so cute. You guys almost lost to a guy with 0 followers. My first day on Twitch, I went viral, and I'm going viral.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, boy.
Yes, I saw your viral stream last night with 37 viewers.
I went
it was
viral
really
in 2015. I went viral in 2015. Do you remember that, Raj? Do you remember that? Don't tell me to shut up.
Yeah, I do remember that, Casey. You were.
Raj, tell him. I was viral.
Yeah, you
I was more viral than you, John. Honestly, I'm sorry. It's the truth.
That was on a different website, though. It doesn't count.
No, that was on Twitch TV.
Raj,
yeah.
May I have permission to get fucking toxic for the chat today?
I'm gonna get toxic. I went viral for being toxic before you, John.
Shut the fuck up, Casey.
Oh,
I'm here.
Casey, the last time, John.
Relevant. All you did were talk about the
Well,
size.
I'm gonna be relevant again. You're never going to be relevant. Wes, please stop coming at me.
Don't resort to the level of just talking about.
Guys, please, you're disrespecting.
Guys,
I'm done.
Hey, look, we haven't even started the introductions yet. I haven't even explained the show, and you guys are still going. Relax, just for one moment, please.
I'm sorry, Raj.
Yeah, seriously, Casey, you're out of control. Seriously, Are you not smoking weed today? You seem to be a little bit on edge.
No, I am smoking weed today. I have my phone right next to me. It's fine.
All right. I was just wondering. As I was saying, the rounds get progressively shorter as time goes forward. We may be eliminating more than one person today at once towards the end because we have a lot of people today. I invited everybody just so that if we had cancellations, we were able to recover from it. Anyway, any questions? Anybody have any questions? We have the people from the mob here today, so do you guys have any questions? You guys are new?
No, I'm good.
I have an important question.
Yeah.
Josh, how's the cancer treatment going?
Oh my God. PT Cinderella.
Well, I didn't want to bring it up.
That is not a fun.
Yeah.
No, I mean I didn't want to be the one to bring it up.
Question.
Too far, dude. That's what we call too far.
We have to ask.
QT Cinderella, the edge was there, and you sprinted right off of it. I think. I don't know.
I guess my one wish
to
would be winning this show. I suppose. Before the end of it, if it is a Make-A-Wish thing, like if you vote against me, you're basically like saying that you hate people who are dying.
Okay, now the guys, hey, let's not go there. Josh does not have cancer, and let's not use that as a. I prefer not to. I think we went a little too far.
I did a Make-A-Wish for my boy Jay Owens. I crashed a can between my tits.
Okay.
You know Jay Owens?
Who's that? I didn't know.
I don't know. Some know him, some don't.
Okay. All right, well, let's introduce our cast today. Ladies and gentlemen, I already introduced him, Mr. Greek God X, co-hosting. Everybody, come on, give a nice round of applause. This show's all about sportsmanship, all right? Mr. Greek God X.
You've introduced me 5 times now.
I know. All right, okay. Yeah.
I'm sending you a meme from your Discord that's very funny.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay. Hasan, go ahead and introduce yourself. Welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast.
What's going on, everybody? I'm the latest addition to FaZe Clan, and no, I don't like I don't talk about politics anymore. I'm just gonna be fucking phasing up the entire time.
Fuck's sake,
I got my work cut out for me today.
Yeah, you do. It's a competitive field today. Best of luck to you, Mr. Hasan. Piker from the Young Turks. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonzherka, welcome aboard.
Woof in the fucking chat. I'm bringing you to content. Hey, chat, if you want to see fucking feelings being hurt, you're going to vote for me. The more votes I get, the cockier I get. The cockier I get, the worse it gets for them. I swear, someone's going home crying today. I swear.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Clint1717 drinking a 40 of apple juice or some sort of non-alcoholic beverage. Welcome aboard. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Reg, happy to be back, bud. Thanks for having me. Listen, still no finger ring, still broke as fuck. Shout out Hasan for the $400 arrangement. It fell through, but I've been thinking about it a little bit more, and I think I could honestly earn that money from you. I was watching some of the Young Turks YouTube videos, and you guys got some really good left-wing takes on shit. I looked at your top vids. It was like woman orgasms 300 times in a day. I can fit right in with that type of shit. Okay,
is that true?
I'm thinking, give me a spot. All right, call it like the poverty perspective with Clint1717 or something. Just throw me in there. Give me $400 a month for that. I'll actually earn my money. All right.
Actually, is a good idea.
What is wrong with this guy?
What's wrong with him? What do you mean? Everything's right about him. Thank you, Clint.
Right about me.
1717. Welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. Mr. Methodjosh, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yep, changed my appearance a little bit, just to lay low for a while after an incident. But I look like a monk now. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I'm trying to stay zen, positive, sort of reform.
Yeah, that's
PCA.
Yeah, very nice. I like that. I like that.
Hair.
I like the look. What was the purpose
Love
of
the hair? Hope you win.
What was the purpose of shaving your hair again?
Yeah, just I had to change my appearance. So I just don't worry about it.
You look like E.T.
No.
Josh,
Yep.
Josh, you look like a cocoon of emotions right now.
I feel really comfy. I'm genuinely really. This is actually nice. This is just chilling. I'm gonna watch you guys shout at each other. I'm gonna stay and everything's really comfy. I'm gonna go to sleep later.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation took over.
Happy. I'm happy.
Okay.
Yeah. Fire Nation attacked.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Josh. QT Cinderella, who decided to join us last minute at knife point. Welcome aboard. Go ahead, QT. Introduce yourself, please.
My name's Cutie. Honestly, I'm only here because like Maya's at Ms. Kip's house, and I'm just trying to distract myself. So
yeah, that's true.
This is what we have.
If you thought you had a chance of Ms. Kip, you were fucking completely misled, dude.
Doesn't Maya technically also not have a
too
chance?
far?
Isn't this like?
I'm sorry.
Isn't this
No,
like
it's not
a
too far.
continuation of a meme? I'm confused.
What?
I don't know what they're talking about. Go ahead, continue, QT.
That's it. I mean, I'm just here for fun. So
Thank you.
we'll
Welcome,
see what
Cutie
happens.
Cinderella. Wes, by the way, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, Raj, big fan.
Hey. Slicker, go ahead and introduce yourself.
You are a big fan. You are a big fan.
Okay, so if you guys don't know me, I am the current leader of the 0161, okay?
Yeah.
The one and only. I solo built that up, okay, on Twitch. But you got these two guys called the MOB. Who the fuck are they?
Sorry,
Fuck him.
what was your shit called?
Fuck him! Hasuni! Why are you not talking, Hasuni?
Yeah,
Hasuni,
that's the first time I've heard of it. Can you say it again?
No, yeah, that is.
Wait, Slicker, your mic cut out, Slicker. Your mic cut out. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, wait, listen, okay, these guys look like Rice Scum fanboys. Look, the FaZe clan, they must be going, hey man, FaZe the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, you get me? We are the 0161 around here. I made it by myself. I came on this platform and shouted. What do you mean? What do you made it? Look at you. You need 3 people. You need 3 people.
There's only
yes.
2. There's no 2.
Okay.
No, there's Avalanche, him, and him.
Oh.
Hey, there's 4. There's 4.
4? Pfft, even worse. And even the 0161 is bigger than the MOB. Fuck!
Oh, okay.
But you knew who we are.
I never heard of you guys. You heard of me, but I never heard of you guys.
You're clearly talking.
First time when you came. No, Frost, listen. No.
Joe, I built my shit on my own.
No, hold on. Let me tell you something. The first time you came on this.
One at a fucking time. Do you understand me?
Thank you, co-host. Go ahead. Go ahead, Frost.
Thank you.
Sorry for the interruptions.
Frost?
No, I was saying respond to Slicker. I haven't got your intro yet.
Yeah, man.
Already did.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Slicker. Welcome aboard the show. Casey Tron.
Hey, what's up? I've got my tits out for the girls. Happy Gay Pride Month, everyone.
Yes.
Check out my channel.
You got them out because you had to pay taxes.
Agreed. I mean, that's partly why, yeah, but it's also Gay Pride Month, so I'm doing it for the girls.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Greg, don't hit me while I'm down. And I'm just like, oh my god, there's so many hot guys in here right now. I just like can't help it. Like, wow.
I thought your tits out were for the girls.
It's for the girls, but I'm just saying there's a lot of hot guys in here.
Yeah, and Casey,
thank you.
And thank you, welcome Casey Tron. And Casey Tron is also doing she's launching a brand new show tomorrow with me, Hasan,
yes.
Destiny. Yes. What's
it's
it
gonna
called?
be fun. It's the E-Celebrity Death Match, but it's not like a fight. You know, it's gonna be fun.
It's just a death match.
Yeah, it's
Raj,
just a death match.
Did you read your questions I sent
Yes,
you?
I'm gonna respond to you later. Yes, I'm gonna respond to you later.
Okay.
Yes, welcome Casey Tron. Welcome aboard. And Mr. Raynad, hello. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? I don't really know what to say. I guess I'm a Twitch boomer. I got partnered way back in the day. Did a lot of shit on the website. Greatest children's card game player to ever play any of the game.
Yeah.
Is this the guy making Everland?
What's that? Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. What is there to say, man? Decided to come on last minute.
Yeah.
Hey, so I heard like you're the owner of Temple Storm.
Yeah.
So I heard that you're looking for personality streamers.
We'll think about it. Yeah, I'm always looking at IRL.
I think that
has big jokes on there, so
I think Slicker. I think they're looking for Twitch partners.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I was one of the earliest guys partnered on the website. I was the first one to use text to speech. Got Tinder banned once. Founded an esports team. Eventually I got out. I don't know. I just run the company now and do stuff like this once in a while. So that's
hell yeah,
You used to work at Jimmy John's, right?
Yeah.
I've never been banned
driver,
from
best job ever.
Hell yeah, man. Welcome aboard. Mr. Raynad, everybody say hello to him. All right. Mr. Classify from the mob. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir. This is your first time on the show.
No, yeah. As Mr. 06, some hundreds over there introduced me already. We're from the mob. We kind of started last year.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, we kind of just started in the last year. And honestly, we're just trying to twist.
Slicker, let him talk.
I know Mr. Egghead ain't laughing right now.
Yeah,
okay, well, first of all, he sounds like he's actually...
Slicker, let him finish before.
Go.
Alright, I don't know. We just started in the last year and kind of got partnered, got our moves. Now we're moving to Cali in the next month for like, a team house.
Hell yeah, man. And Frost, go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's Frosty, Raj.
Oh shit, my bad. I didn't know that he was silent. What? Frosty, my bad.
Disrespecting the mob.
I'm
like
sorry,
that.
I'm not. Hey, no disrespect to the mob, all right, boy? I'm sorry, all right.
I hate that accent. That's my least favorite accent of yours.
It's the why.
It's just too good, but in like a creepy way.
At least Hasan, every time you do an accent, you sound like a frog.
Okay.
You do.
That's
Do
my
your
Jordan
Jordan
Very
Peterson
good.
accent. Do it. Do your impersonation.
I'm not gonna do it right now.
That's right. Okay. Don't call me out. All right. Go ahead. Sorry. Finish,
All right,
Frosty.
Basically,
Sorry.
everything Classy said. I'm a variety IRL streamer, I guess, but not IRLs, and I go out because I don't leave my room. But like,
Why the fuck are there two
IRL
of you but
is
only
in-
one 0161
Yeah.
member? Why do we have two mob members?
There's
They're like
only
the same
one
thing.
0161.
There's only one
That's what I'm
016.
saying. It's not fair. Oh.
We're not.
I don't
we're
need.
not-
Listen, I can. Bro, the thing is with me.
I did not come.
Let me just say this: it's fine. I don't need. If they want to try, I can 1v10 if it happened. Okay, so it doesn't matter. These two people are peasants.
Okay, Slicker.
No.
Isn't there like a thing?
I'm representing for the man.
Slicker, aren't you the leader of the 0161?
Okay, well, the leader currently is Bugsy Malone, but I'm taking over at the moment. Okay.
Wait, the leader and you're talking shit.
Okay, first of all, okay.
You're not even the leader and you're talking shit.
First of all, shut the fuck up, okay? Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? You need 4 boys, homie. Alright, homie, Rice Gum fanboy. Alright, Phase Bang fanboy, Phase Bangs fanboy. Stop talking shit, okay? Let me say something, okay? Bugsy Malone, you don't know. Okay, do you know what the 016 is? Let me tell you this. Let me tell you something, okay? Well, of course, a lot of people know what the 0161 is. No one knows what MOB is, okay? First of all, MOB stands for money over bitches. Yours is for little bosses.
It does. Hey, you want to start talking money? I want to start talking money.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. If that's what you want to bring up.
Hey, Slicker.
Is that what you're calling women bitches? That is fucking.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this. No one in the chat would donate 1,000 to kick me out. I'm telling you.
No.
Reason why I'm saying that, let me tell you.
Before the mob starts donating, if they're here right now.
I know some of the mobs and they represent me.
No, I want to say mob. Guys, mob.
And they left you to come.
No, wait. I meant listen. I meant the other. Yeah, we know the way. Okay.
Guys, listen. If the mob is listening, I cannot take. If you donate me $1,000, I will not kick anybody off. I want to make that very clear. No money for kicking anybody today. The chat has to vote. All right.
Donate 1,000 to me.
Well, isn't money speech, Ross? So technically, that kind of donation could be indicative of speech.
Well, the only person I kick off for $1,000 is Greek because he's co-hosting. That's the only person I do it for. All right, now Amia, last but not least, Amia, go ahead and introduce yourself. Welcome to the show.
I'm Amia.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your. Seize the moment, Amia. Here we go. Big stage, big yes. All right, okay. Thank you very much.
I don't know what to say. Hi.
Well, I mean, hey, go on. All right.
I don't play games. I'm not good at anything. I'm not funny. I'm average. I'm like a 6 out of 10. Hello.
Oh my God! Why are you on the pity pot already? We haven't even started yet.
The only thing, listen, I can't be Alpha Andy. I have to be Victim Andy. That's it.
No.
Quickest way to vote.
Why are you victim? Why are you? No, don't play victim. Come on.
I don't know, man.
All right.
Because she's trying to get with Josh. The only way is to be a victim.
That's also true.
Huh?
All right. Well, June 8, 2019. All right, okay, let's start with our first topic, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, does anybody have anything pending? Before we started the show, Hasan and John were in an intense debate about incest.
Wait, just before I start, Raj, I always got Slicker's back, but just this week, the mob came out of nowhere and started donating me a lot of money, so sorry, Slicker.
Wait, really?
And we're both Albanian, so...
No, like, yo, the mob takes care of everyone. Like,
listen,
we do.
Dude, let me just say something. You can do that, John, but I don't need that. I don't need the money. Okay, I'm not after the money. Okay?
No, I'm saying don't fuck with them. They're the Federal Reserve, bro.
Man, they ain't gonna do shit. John, I guarantee you'll even beat these guys. These guys are gonna get kicked out first. Trust me. They don't have a big community, man. No one knows these guys. The mob, Greek, have you heard of the mob?
Yo, Slicker, I got you. We'll get some donations to you so you can move out of that shit.
Really?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I got you. Hey, we take care of everybody.
MOB, Billy, you get MOB, you get it.
Wow, how quickly you turn, Slicker. Holy shit.
Chill out. Let me say this, okay?
One at a time. Listen to my voice. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I don't know if it was calculated, but right before your show, they just come and start like I'm not a man who can be bought, but they gave me so much money that I'm paid for, bro. I gotta protect them.
I know, dude.
Hitman.
Yeah, no, John fucking made more money than anybody in here last month.
Yeah. How much did you make, John?
We don't talk about my financials, ladies.
Yeah, come on, that's tacky.
Too bad he spent it all on coke.
This is what an average Jonzherka donates.
Guys, don't understand. I'm gonna be the face of Twitch.
You're gonna be the face of Backpage.
You know it.
Get it.
You know it. You all know it. One in the chat.
The money your dad gives you doesn't count as making money.
But what about Ninja? I think Ninja's the face of Twitch. I mean, are you gonna get a Red Bull sponsorship?
Ninja's facing the fucking
Whenever
samurai.
you get a Red Bull sponsorship and are partnered with Disney, then maybe.
Yo, I'm gonna be the first face of Twitch that's not a gamer, and you all know it.
Being the first drug addict of Twitch.
Shut up, you fat boy! You're a fat piece of fucking shit, Wes. You're a fat piece of shit.
Hey, whoa. All right. Hold on. Hey, whoa. Speaking, that brings us. Hold on. Brings us to it. We have a first topic here to talk about. Something here. I want to open up the conversation. There is we can talk about this. Nike in London. Okay. And I got a picture for you guys, so go ahead and look at the stream. Nike in London has introduced, for the first time ever, plus-size mannequins into their stores, which is advertising all their products. I'm going to put it on the screen here. 1 second. That'll be our first thing to talk about. Let's see.
Why would you want to glorify being unhealthy?
Well, so hold on. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So I want to know the so you can take a look here. So this is the plus size mannequin section at Nike. They're showing yoga pants and sports bras for people that perhaps aren't as fit as some of the other mannequins. It's only in the women's section. I want to make that very clear. It's only in the women's section, not in the men's section.
Fat men don't exist?
What? Yeah. Well, so what do we think about this? Do we think
that bitch is built like Mary Catherine, dog?
So
Raj, I'm gonna need you to link me that photo.
Oh yeah. Let me put it in the Discord. I'm gonna put it in the Discord.
That just looks thick to me.
So
it looked like Greekish cross-dressing.
So
why the fuck was
So what do you guys think of Nike's position? Do you think it's a dangerous thing to start promoting? Do you think it's a healthy thing? It's something that it's
a good thing, Raj.
A great thing that they're bringing more inclusion. Let's start off.
We wear athletic gear to go out and do athletic things.
Hey,
if
Raj,
you think this is a good thing, those people need to do more athletic stuff to maybe.
They're promoting athletic wear to motivate people to use it.
And I think it's not even that they're like promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. It's like sometimes bigger women go into a store and they want to see what they look like in these clothes, and then they can look at the mannequin. Maybe they don't want to fucking try it on, Wes.
Well, then maybe they should be less
maybe
lazy.
Maybe I don't want to try it on. Maybe I can look at it.
How are they being lazy?
That's not even like that bad.
Hey, one at a time.
That's thick.
One at a
That's
time.
just thick.
One at a time.
Thick.
Hey, Frost, your mic's overmodulated.
Oh, my bad.
That is not thick. That would crush
No, I'm just saying the reason why mannequins are there is so you can get an idea of what the clothes look like on a person, and maybe bigger people want to get an idea of what it would look like on them.
Not only that, it is athletic clothes to motivate you to put them on and use them athletically, right?
Why
it's
do
not
you
like
always have to be so negative, Wes?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just said I'm okay if it's in the athletic department.
Are you okay with it or not?
Why are you crying?
I'm a big woman, and I feel like I'm being fat shamed.
For fuck's sake.
Wes, you
I
take
am
it.
been surprisingly
fat shaming.
But hold on.
Thank you, Greek.
She's not built like that. You're built
You
like
are
that,
fat
Greek.
shaming her, dude.
Please stop,
Go ahead, Wes.
You're such a nasty, negative person. I can't even take your energy right now.
So, Wes.
Not only that, can't they just use the same mannequin and put the men's athletic on it?
Wait, hold on.
She's got boobs.
Wait, hold on. This thing has. Well, I mean, that's true.
So do men that size. It's fine.
It's unrealistic. Her tits are not saggy enough for her weight, and it's like it's.
Because she's not fat. She's just thick. It's just a thick.
That is not thick.
Crazy. She's crazy thick.
Okay.
That's crazy thick.
Could we just acknowledge? Can we just acknowledge that maybe it's just a really smart business move? Like, why not make money off of everybody? Why not make money off of everybody? What do you mean?
Well, they already are making money.
I think it is a smart
stretchy clothes
business
anyway because they can't fit into normal clothes.
Yeah, but if they Wes, if they normalize it and you appeal to them, then you make more money off of them. If you make them comfortable to come into your store and buy the clothes,
people who are uncomfortable with it.
Well, and then think
Hey, guys, one at a time.
All the people who aren't fat fucks are like, ugh, this is kind of gross.
Maybe it's encouraging the fat women.
One at a time. One at a time.
They lose it from people who are healthy. And
maybe it's encouraging.
Casey, don't interrupt them. Let him finish.
The door to actually buy the fucking clothes.
If you go in a store and that makes you uncomfortable, then there's something wrong with you. Because
never in my life have I walked into a store and saw a mannequin and thought, nah, I'm not gonna shop from here anymore.
Well, you're an anomaly, right? You can't talk
women to buy workout clothes.
Seriously, guys, if you don't speak one at a fucking time.
Yeah. Okay. Listen. So if somebody's talking and they're
fucking show. You understand?
If somebody's talking, just let them finish their thought before you start talking. Okay.
Yeah. Just talk one at a time. We're not animals, dude. This is not fucking British Parliament, mate.
Go ahead, Casey. Say again.
Go on, Casey.
I'm just saying, like, maybe it's encouraging fat women to go in and buy exercise clothes so they can get skinny, and then maybe Wes would shut the fuck up and stop shaming fat women.
I literally just
wait. What
Casey, that was unnecessary.
Hassan, go ahead, Hassan.
Did you get to the current body weight that you're at, Wes? Did you get to the current body weight that you're at because you saw fucking mannequins? No, you got there because you ate a lot. You ate unhealthy food.
Probably couldn't even make it into the store.
Yeah, and the reason I've lost 80 pounds is I realized this is fucking disgusting, and people should never think this is okay. And I didn't need to see a fucking mannequin in athletic fucking clothing.
I agree. I agree to a certain extent, but like seeing only one type of mannequin isn't going to change that one way or the other. Right? Like, fat shaming has proven to not work. There are multiple.
No, as someone who has been fat, and then let's say if
it doesn't work, but it only
fucks
up the psyche of the people who are fat. rather than actually force them to become skinny. And as someone who has lost close to 100 pounds over the course of a year,
one second, let him finish.
More than anyone, you need motivation, sure, but seeing a mannequin that's a little bit overweight is not going to affect that one way or the other.
And Hasan, you look like Where's Waldo?
I don't think that anything's positive to it at all, and there's no point in doing it. If anything, it's just a negative.
Go ahead, Clint.
There's no way to string that to be a positive.
Wes, I think that you kind of have a shitty take on this, and the reason that I say that is because some people need to be able to visualize something that relates to them to get encouragement. You know, like, for instance, our co-host here, British Alabrail, like, he inspires a bunch of fat kids. He's got, like, 10K viewers, you know what I mean? And now they see him, and they're like, fuck, I could do this too. So you need to see something that you can relate to. You know what I mean?
The mannequin's a fucking whale.
Bro, why don't you think about it like this?
Not that bad.
Go ahead, Frost, go ahead.
Well, okay, let's say a big girl walks into a store just to buy some regular shit, regular clothes and stuff.
It's a good one.
No, it's not a joke.
Oh.
Or she just walks into the store or whatever, and then she sees that mannequin with athletic clothes on. She's like, damn, I could look good in that. So she buys it, she starts exercising, loses weight.
Mm-hmm.
Or she sees a skinny mannequin and she's like, I could look like that.
But John,
she skinny mannequin could be way more. Just because you're such a lazy fat pig that you're like, oh, at least the mannequin tried it on, so I don't have to, so I know I like it. You should see the attractive mannequin be like, damn, bitch.
But she wasn't.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This bitch doesn't have any nipples. I'm gonna cut mine off.
Argument has no logic.
One sec. Stop. Frost, finish. Thank you. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay, she could go into that store, see it on the skinny mannequin, and be like, damn, I'll never look like that, and never start exercising.
Yeah, that's her own fault for not having any goddamn willpower.
Oh my god.
Well, how is that? Where's the negative in this?
Person on this chat also the one who's fat shaming so consistently.
True. I think that's why you should listen to what I'm saying.
It's a
obviously it hasn't worked
I hate
for
what
you, dog.
So
obviously,
it has to work.
Maybe you're projecting.
No, I'm not projecting. I've lost more weight than anyone in this call besides Hasan.
One at a time.
Well, guys, I think we can all agree that skinny, attractive people all shop on Amazon. Thanks to the wonderful value of Amazon Prime. And,
that's true, which
bounties,
is conveniently, if you do have Amazon Prime, you can actually use it as a subscription for the free for the Rajj show. I think actually, that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I buy everything on Amazon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sucks about there's clothes.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
I said, Rajj, tell them about the fucking wood watch.
No, well, I'm not sponsored by them anymore, John.
Oh, fuck them.
Oh, fuck that wood watch.
Well, we're not going to say fuck them.
Shit.
No, they were great. They were a great watch that we did.
We love them, yeah. Don't sue me.
Yeah, so QT Cinderella, what were you saying?
I just want to say, like, just because Wes doesn't find fat people attractive doesn't mean that other people don't. Like, there's no reason to belittle somebody's looks just because you don't think it's attractive.
No, I'm not belittling because it's not attractive. That's just a secondary part of it. I'm belittling because it's unhealthy and it's a bad way to live. And if you do like it and you do find it attractive, you're enabling obesity, you're enabling an addiction that is harmful to that person for the rest of their life.
Do you also hate everyone who smokes cigarettes? You're just like, oh, fuck them, they smoke cigarettes. That's
I'm like, you're a fucking idiot for smoking cigarettes. I don't hate fat people.
It's only unhealthy, but being at the weight at that mannequin, and we only have to assume how overweight that mannequin is, but being at that weight of that mannequin is not as unhealthy as smoking.
And can we all just agree that it's
not like the mannequin is obese, and the fact that we all consider that mannequin to be obese is the problem.
That's not a problem. Hey.
Every element of marketing that you see, are women that are insanely unhealthily skinny, and men too that you see in media. So this is just one other depiction of what a normal, perhaps a little bit.
One sec. Hey. John, go ahead. John, go ahead.
It's my turn. Everyone silence. I'm spewing wisdom now. As a collective conscious, we all have to realize it is better to have a society with more. We need abundance of fat ass.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What I want to say, you were talking
Sometimes
about...
people are bigger, not even on their own accord, too. Like, it's not because of an addiction. Some people genuinely have a disease that makes them overweight.
None of them,
that's really rare.
And like
it doesn't matter if it's rare. That's still a thing.
Yeah, well, it does matter because you can't talk about anomalies and arguments like they should be the point to fucking argue for the entire global perspective.
I have a thyroid problem.
I'm not. You were
is also bullshit.
Perspective either when you were talking about how it looks.
Zach lost 150 pounds with hypothyroidism. It's not a thing. That's a bullshit excuse as well.
Go ahead, Casey.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I have nothing to say.
And do we all agree? Do we all agree here that I look way better than you guys? I look like an alien compared to you guys. Sorry.
No, Zerka.
Sorry.
I am just like so
One at a time. Go ahead. Sorry, one at a time.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm a co-host. Everybody shut the fuck up. I am the co-host. Zerka, one more out of those outbursts and you're gonna go fucking off the show. Do you understand?
Stop. Zerka's just really
but I want to make it clear in this article that was written, they don't necessarily frame it as an encouragement to go exercise. They frame it as to celebrate diversity and inclusivity of sport. So that's what they say.
That's okay.
So that's a PR move, so they don't have to tell fat people to get off their fucking ass and work out.
It's obviously a PR move. Everything they do is a PR move. Unless you are an avid, avowed anti-capitalist, please stop talking about this as though this is news, okay?
What about, like,
every
the
instance
female
of marketing is dedicated on every corporation does this for profit. We all know this. Why are we having this conversation as though it's new every fucking week?
So, but the question is that I want to know, maybe perhaps you guys can debate, is that for some reason, is there not fat men too? Hello?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
There's fat men too, and fat men are not exactly.
Why don't you tweet about a hashtag?
Well, no, they're not exactly happy. Some people aren't happy with the way they look. Why are we only accepting people of different body sizes of women, but we refuse to accept different body sizes of men?
Because women are the ones that are predominantly influenced by this kind of shit. It's much more heavily influenced to women and their notions about their own looks. Men are.
It's also more expected for women to look better.
Men have more logical brains and women have more emotional brains. So pandering to their
How do you
emotional.
know this?
I don't think you know anything about a woman's brain, Wes.
Am I right or am I wrong, Hasan?
Dude, being a fat man isn't the same as being a fat woman. Like, you can be a fat man and, like,
thank you.
Not much really changes. Yeah.
Men don't really give a fuck.
Look at me.
Yeah,
Look at me. I'm like not even that overweight, and I'm treated like I'm a whale.
It's almost like the social conditioning and all the marketing that you see of like sub 10% body fat women and men all over the media is actually changing people's perspectives on what an unhealthy or healthy body looks like. And this is just countering that narrative or countering that idea that you can only be healthy if you have a six-pack, when that is precisely not the case, and that women that look like that are technically not unhealthy.
Wait, like the mannequin?
Big mannequin.
Bigger women don't necessarily mean, like, being at that body weight of that mannequin is not unhealthy. Like, it's
Wait, Hasan, what are you thinking of body weight?
Someone with lower than 7% body fat. Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Wait, go ahead. Finish your thought, Hasan.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is that all of the people that you see in these advertisements that are below 10% body fat technically have way less healthy diets and less healthy lifestyles than someone who is at that weight that you saw that mannequin. I know it sounds crazy because you're so fucking caught up in that same narrative that has been so pervasive for years, that if you have a six-pack, you look good, or if you have a six-pack, you're healthy. But technically, that mannequin is healthier than like 90% of the models that you see on the Victoria's Secret runway. Those people are borderline anorexic.
Yeah, but look at that.
Clint, hey, Wes, let Clint get in. Go ahead, Clint.
Hasan, are you saying that Wes is more physically healthy than the mob kid that looks like he's addicted
I'm
to
saying,
tapeworms?
Wes is beyond that. Wes is fatter than that mannequin. So no, Wes is not healthier. But yes, the people that you see on Victoria's Secret runways are absolutely unhealthy.
I'm asking you to compare the two mannequins, because the left mannequin is physically fit, but it's not like super skinny. So if we're talking between the two mannequins that are in this picture, we're not talking about the dire straight on the far end of skinny. Because that's not what the other mannequins
we're having this conversation to begin with is because you think it's a promotion of unhealthy lifestyles, and what I'm trying to say is that it's technically still countering the more pervasive idea that if you're skinny and you have a six-pack or whatever, you're actually technically healthy, when that's not the case.
Then they're
and
not
a lot
showing
of the people that you see,
mannequins.
the idealized bodies that you see in media are technically not healthy bodies.
Okay, sure.
They look
I'm with Hasan on this.
It looks awesome
Go ahead, Ray.
It looks awesome when a girl is just when a girl is slim, and I like that, long legs, all that shit. I'm on board. I think that's sexy as fuck. I agree.
You're in.
But what about bigger girls?
Yeah,
what do you think of that?
To exceed the limit.
How do you think of that?
You could go both ways with that.
Yeah, some people like bigger girls. I like skinny girls.
Okay.
You're part of the problem, you fucking pig.
Yeah, okay, but it's not a problem to
Fucking
like what you like,
misogynistic
but
fucking
also
pig.
understand that social conditioning is absolutely a factor in this decision. The ideal female physique has changed throughout time and has changed throughout cultures. If you look at like ancient Greece, women with larger legs and larger hips were technically considered hotter. Fish, stop eating.
Hey, Hasan, just out of curiosity, this is an interesting question that I have, and something that I don't believe, but I'm just being social, plain devil's advocate here. You're saying humans can be socially conditioned to be attracted to something?
Yes.
Okay, so what about sexual preferences and sexual orientation? So are you saying that people can be socially conditioned to be?
There's a lot of studies on this as well, so I'm not I don't think there is a conclusive answer to this at all. But when you consider the fact that everyone is there is always going to be an element of nature versus an element of nurture. Okay,
Right.
So just like there is an element of nature where men are technically drawn towards women that showcase they have childbearing hips or the fact they have big breasts or whatever, signifying that they're going to be able to be reproductive, like successful reproductive partners or whatever. That is definitely a factor, but that's not the only factor.
No, but hold on. But what I'm saying is what you're saying is
and it's the same thing for sexuality as well. Everyone's a little gay. We've already talked about this before.
No, but hold on. But what I'm saying is I would disagree with you, and I would say that I'm not sure to what degree social conditioning is involved in being what you're attracted to. I think maybe to some degree very slight, but I think you're probably overestimating it, and to such a degree that you could even you would actually be probably
I don't think you can
giving ammunition to the people that say that people choose their sexuality.
I don't think you can quote unquote turn someone gay or turn someone straight. As a matter of fact, plenty of people have fucking tried turning others straight, and it obviously does not work. And it's actually a torturous, awful, almost a barbaric method, right? Gay conversion therapy, and that's why it's like illegal in certain places. So you can't fully force someone to like what they like, but you can ease them into potentially thinking that certain body types are more attractive than others. And I don't think you can actually turn someone gay, but given the fact that sexuality is already fluid.
But hold on. But what about do you believe in evolution? What about from an evolution
for themselves if they like it or not?
What about from an evolutionary perspective? Have you ever thought that perhaps we are programmed to find certain body types attractive because those body types are more fit and are built to endure? And give us healthier offspring. Have you ever thought of that? That perhaps
that's what he was talking about with the wide hips.
Just said that. Childbearing hips and big boobs. I already mentioned that. I factor nature into this decision-making process as well.
Hasan?
But you have to look at this across different cultures and throughout different time periods. If you go to Kenya, there are still fat farms, for example, because it signifies that the person is very wealthy if they're fat. In Kenyan culture, women still go to fat farms and get fatter. They literally fucking eat lard so they can look more overweight, so that they can attract more male partners.
What?
So
really?
It's celebrated in Buddhism because of Buddha's size.
And it definitely has social conditioning as a factor into deciding whether or not you're attracted to someone.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I definitely think that the fat mannequin should be in there, but I grew up with Vegeta action figures, unrealistic male expectations, and I gotta say, Raj, literally, I'm jacked as fuck.
What is
I'm
that?
fucking jacked as fuck.
Can you turn that off? What is that from? Zerka.
Dragon Ball Z music.
Okay, go ahead, Clint. You've been raising your hand for quite some time.
Yeah,
Thank
I wanted
you.
to go back to Hasan's original point when he said that looking healthy versus being healthy, two totally separate things, right? So, I'm a fucking genetic specimen, right? But I probably got 6 good months left in my liver before I look like Methodjosh. You know what I mean? I'm not healthy at all.
See, that's a good point. Just because somebody looks healthy on the outside doesn't mean they're healthy on the inside.
Oh, fuck off.
Wes, what do you think, Wes?
I mean, that's true. That's true.
She's
No,
playing
it
a
really
fucking
is
character,
true.
and it's the most obvious.
No,
boring
Wes,
bullshit.
Wes,
You are
Wes,
just being myself.
At least she's only pretending to be retarded.
I'm skinny as shit, and I eat like shit, and I can't run.
Oh, damn
I
it.
get tired within 2 minutes. I'm unhealthy as fuck, and I'm tiny. It's all exactly.
I agree with you. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying she's playing a
I said the
stupid
exact same
fucking
thing that Casey Tron said.
You're
What?
saying it from a point where you're being real, and she's.
I'm just saying it with a higher voice.
You're just
What?
getting trolled by me, Wes. I'm sorry. Get
Yeah,
trolled.
I can't run for more than. I can't run for more than 2 minutes either. Honestly, I started this whole fitness journey because I got tired of fucking the fat chicks down at the 7-Eleven, and I was trying to get the Buffalo Wild Wings girls. They're the premier girls in Indiana, so.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Clint. Does anybody else want to cover this? Cutie Cinderella, Slicker, do you want to chime in?
All I have to say is, like, I don't think it's anybody's place to judge somebody else on their health. And just because you can see that externally because they're larger doesn't mean you should fat shame them, because, like everyone said, you don't know what's going on internally.
Well, people only do that because they're thinking of the future, or like the kids and how they look up to other people and setting an example. That's the only reason why people make judgments like based on other people.
And Raj, I'm not for fat shaming, but like I was so bullied when I was out of shape. I went after my goals, my fitness goals, with a fucking vendetta. Now all I do is pick up calls from girls.
Shit.
All I do, Raj, my whole life is picking up phone calls from girls from my high school, and now I reject.
So you think because you were bullied, it made you into the person that you are today?
Yeah, it made me insecure, so I hypercompensated by going in the fucking hyperbolic time chamber.
Okay, great.
It works for some people, man.
And I am the POG, and you will vote for me.
Okay.
Can I ask, Hasan, when you're talking about social conditioning, it's predominantly marketing, right? Why women or men's thoughts about women is this whatever figure. Do you think it's because what marketing has shaped it to be, or is that what it was originally and marketing went along with it just to push the image more, to sell more? Did they shape the image, or was the image already there?
Like, I don't know enough about it to answer that, but I do know that, like, marketing has changed throughout time. Like, the images depicted as an attractive female and attractive males has changed throughout time. So obviously, it's an ever-changing concept.
Well, I mean, look, if you go back to like marketing for like clothes and stuff back in the 1920s, the girls were a lot thicker. It was definitely
even if you go back to 2003 with Nicole and Paris, skinny was in, thin was very in, and we're back to thick now.
And there was never a time in history where anyone made the ideal woman someone that fucking large, that mannequin.
False.
That's not true.
That's not true. Victorian England, like this.
No, what about Victorian?
That woman's like a solid 300 pounds.
Hold on, Wes.
Yeah, no,
not 300
women
pounds.
that look like that were deemed attractive in the Middle East for a very long time. You are totally that's totally categorically false.
Yeah. No.
I'm thinking of American.
Hey, Raj.
Also, in Victorian
don't talk about the clock of me. I got it. Thank you.
In Victorian times,
No. I think he fell asleep. I think Greek's asleep.
Oh, he's all right. All right, it's fine. It's fine. We'll wake him up. Greek!
Unprofessional.
All right, it's all right. He'll wake up in a second. All right, he'll be back. Anyway, anybody else?
Yeah, Raj. Just to add, in Victorian times, also women were very large.
Okay. Well, true. That is the end of the first round. It's time to vote. Chat, you are voting for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick. Does it make sense? Good.
How do I vote for Fortune?
You vote.
That's a good one, Raynad. That's an OG reference.
Go ahead and vote.
Hey, so Raj, who do you want me to kick?
You're voting.
Raynad, why were you the last person that ever made Ellie giggle an emote that was used? I never see it anymore.
Vote for who you want to keep, not kick.
I voted for Force and Ellie giggle. No one uses it anymore. It's a dead
Dude, where's the mob, gentlemen?
I gotta go take a pee.
Ooh.
Slicker.
I don't know.
Yeah?
Go ahead and take over. Oh, my co-host is asleep. Take over real quick while I pee.
Right, okay. So back to what I was saying, okay? First of all, I wanna say, listen, when Raj said I can speak. Wait, am I too loud?
You're a little loud. Fucking moron, holy shit.
Listen, okay, now let me say this, okay? Raj said I can speak, so guys, listen to this. I want to say this. That whole conversation was just too intellectual for me to comprehend.
Oh my god. We weren't even talking about anything bad. We were just talking about one
I'll hold
topic.
that down to you.
You like do you like fat women or skinny women?
Or thick
You know what? I think fat girls need some loving. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you get some loving with that big dick.
I hate to say this, but Slicker right about the mob, because both of them are in the bottom, and normally it's girls at the bottom of the
Bro, I mean, we're new to the show. No one in the chat really. You know, I guess we're pretty irrelevant.
You need to understand this, like,
Alright. Okay. Hold on, John.
I'm
just stating a point.
The winner of the round is Jonzherka.
Yes.
So surprised.
Jonzherka won the round. In the bottom two is Frosty and Classify.
Did we rock, paper, scissors for this or what?
No, John is gonna make. He's going to decide.
What? That's not fair. They're both Albanian.
He's gonna decide between the two of you who is going to be eliminated from the show.
Both.
Hey,
John, go ahead and choose.
Eeny, meeny, miny, I stay with the fucking Albanian mob. Get that other punk bitch the fuck out of here.
Frosty,
get the fuck out of here.
Frosty, I think you have been eliminated. Are you Albanian?
No.
Yeah, I'm Albanian. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Classify. You're not. Okay, all right. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
I'm sorry,
Classify. Go ahead and shout out. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it. Go ahead and shout out your channel, dude.
Just Classify on all social medias, Twitch and Twitter. Just CLASSIFY.
Thanks, brother. Take care, man. Cheers. Thank you. All right, hold on, Amia. Can you go ahead and knock on the room?
The mob ain't seem like they're doing good so far. What the fuck?
1-on-1 now.
I guess.
Hey, Slicker. I heard the 016 one was looking for personality streamers.
Hey, listen. Okay, you have no personality, right? So I can't invite you. Sorry.
I'm partnered though. You're
listen,
not.
I'm not trying to hit up people. Reynard's hitting me up, bro. When are you gonna hit me up, Reynard?
All right.
I'm how can I say this? I'm more of a I think I'd fit in well with Tempo Storm. I'm right, guys.
Bro, look, man, come down to LA. We'll do a casting session. We got a nice black leather couch, and
think of this, Reynard.
I really want it.
Reynard, listen to this, Reynard. Wait, listen to this, Reynard. Okay, I can't enter the US at the moment. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know, because I visited Iraq. And
I can't believe Wes is partnered, but Slicker isn't, by the way.
I'm not.
Frost?
Slicker's not. Wes isn't partnered.
I'm partnered.
Wes isn't partnered.
Wes is not partnered. Don't say that.
Yeah, I'm not partnered.
Chill out. Okay, so Reynard, if you hit me up to join your company, Tempo Storm, that's a business association, right? So that can make me enter US on demand.
I think he wants to enter you, not you into the U.
Dude, the amount of people that hit me up for visa issues is ridiculous. Here's the thing, man.
Okay, I'm not using visa. No way. No.
I've smuggled more Brazilians into this country than like any other program.
Whoa.
What we need is a P1 sports visa.
Hell yeah.
What we need is a P1 sports visa. So you got to get like pro level at some game.
I'm a professional CSGO player. Look at the chat. Homie, look at the chat. I'm a professional CSGO player.
CSGO. I saw him play the other day. I saw you miss a night, dude.
Okay, ignore this guy.
You're like the underground railroad for Brazilian.
Reynard, look at the chat. Everyone knows I'm a professional CSGO player. And if you don't believe me, check my Twitter as well. Hit me up, bro.
He was so good yesterday. Oh my god.
By the way, Reynard, I just want to tell you, every time he puts a clip on Twitter, he adds Team Liquid. So you're his second option.
Yeah.
And they did call him Sliquid, right?
I'm gonna listen to
Okay, listen to this. Listen to this, Reynard. They hit me up. Look at the on Twitter. They said we'll contact you an email. I didn't even respond. I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait for Reynard to hit me up first, bro, because I'm real like that.
Wow. Dude, you're double fucking yourself. If Reynard's not interested, now Liquid's gonna hear that, and then they're not gonna send you an email. You just double.
They were gonna send one anyways.
Reynard, is there a Tempo Storm in CS:GO? No. Okay.
Not right now.
Okay, promise me one thing. I'm a professional CS:GO player. You hit me up, bro. I can help you build a good CS:GO team on my mom's life. Trust me on that, Reynard. You want to build your company? You want to invest? Casey, shut the fuck up.
No, like coming from me, I'm giving like that's a lot coming from me. I'm a
Slicker, you would just bring on Russell, E-Rob, and two E-girls to play with you.
Well, in that case, it's sold.
True.
Team Siren should make us CS:GO.
Wait, do I join? I don't know. Listen, if you hit me up, it's the first one, okay? First team that hits me up, Liquid or Tempo Storm.
Yo,
it's
you
up to you guys. You get to decide that. This is on you, Reynard. All I'm saying is, if Liquid hit me up, you're gonna regret it. Trust me on that. Trust me. You'd wish I was on your team.
Aren't you silver?
I'd make on my alt account. I'd make, listen to this, I'd make Team Liquid millions. Not even millions, billions. Trust me on that.
Slicker, would you join the mob if they paid you?
How much?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Wait, what do you mean? Hey, listen, at the moment, chat understand because they're supporting me.
How are you gonna fucking betray the 016 one like that, bro?
Yeah, why don't you start your own team?
No, I don't know.
Is it funding issues or?
I don't know. Hey, listen.
Reynad went from playing Hearthstone professionally to being a team owner making millions of dollars, dude. You can do it. Here's the success story to latch onto. Follow his footsteps.
Everyone else gets
The only thing that separates Reynad and Itssliker is 100 IQ points, so I think
And
you
the
can
dick
do about.
size.
Actually, I have 114 IQ. Fucking bald-headed,
That's really
fucking patient-looking motherfucker. Stop talking shit, okay?
All right,
Reynad, would you actually hit me up? Be honest.
Josh, do you have to leave the stream earlier for your chemo appointment?
Hey, no more jokes.
Yeah.
No more cancer jokes, please. No.
Itssliker, why?
Reynad, I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Why'd you shit on Josh being bald, homie? So are you.
Yes, but I'm naturally bald, and he isn't.
Itssliker, you look like Josh's little brother.
So you guys gonna? Okay, first of all, guys, it's not funny, okay?
Oh, it's not funny when anyone else does. It's only funny when you do it.
All right.
Yes, okay, shut up, Wes.
Itssliker, notice they always do this. They team up on the Lions because they're afraid.
Okay, I have my next topic here. If you guys are ready for the next topic.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Little hyenas.
Do female streamers have an obligation to disclose their relationship status?
Yes, absolutely.
So and why? And hold on. And why? And I want you to bring into this. I want you to bring this into the idea that people are donating thousands of dollars for the hope of getting. Some people are allegedly say people donate thousands of dollars for the hope of getting in a relationship with somebody. Isn't it their fault for fucking donating thousands of dollars to somebody with the intention? All right, anyway, let's start with Josh. Go ahead.
All right. So there's a couple of different types of lying. There's lying through omission, and there's like outright lying about the situation. If you lie through omission, i.e. you never explicitly state that you have a boyfriend or a relationship, whatever, that's one thing. That's okay.
Oh
You're not required.
Dude, I'm so sorry, Team Liquid, because I just got tweets from 2 Team Liquid members. I'm so sorry.
What'd they say?
I'm watching Itssliker not looking good, man. Please, I'm so sorry. Steve, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry, dude.
Wow. Oh, ouch.
Don't apologize to him. Nut up, dude. You gotta
Cheers,
double down.
Dude,
Listen to Reynad. He's a businessman.
Itssliker, did this actually happen, or was this like the US visa thing you said last time? Is this a lie?
Yeah, are you lying to get votes?
Chill out.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Okay, Reynad, I think.
Wait, do we bring it back to the topic?
Yeah, we're gonna bring it back to the topic. Go ahead, finish.
Listen, my ADHD kicked in. What was the topic?
The topic was: do female streamers have an obligation to or we can talk about male streamers too, to disclose their relationship status? Go ahead.
I think people have a right to privacy.
Hold on, Hasan. Before you go, Josh needs to finish his thought. Go ahead, Josh.
All right.
Yeah, so there's lying through omission, which is just not disclosing something, is outright lying to people. I think that outright lying to people is the one that's wrong. So it's okay to just say that you don't want to talk about your personal life and that you've no interest in disclosing that aspect of it. I think it's another thing entirely to title your stream looking for boyfriend, to have boyfriend applications on Twitter, complain about how single you are. That's deliberately misrepresenting the situation, whereas the other one is just not disclosing an aspect of your personal life. On top of that, I think if you don't disclose that you have a boyfriend, it is also manipulative to have these weird parasocial relationship with male donators. Now this is something that's quite deliberate. There's nothing wrong with being donated and some guy has a delusional idea about being with you. That's his fault, not yours. But some girls deliberately encourage this, and they do. Some guys do as well. They deliberately fucking try and lead them on and stuff in the DMs.
Have you fallen victim to that, Josh?
Yes, I've fallen victim to it with you especially.
How many times?
Fucking hundreds.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Go ahead, Hasan.
It depends on the severity of the relationship too. I think if someone is fucking married or has a very serious relationship and they're consistently talking about how single they are, how lonely they are, and baiting chat for donos and shit, then I think Josh is right. But on the other hand, people do absolutely have a right to their own privacy, no matter how public of a person that they are, and no one should infringe on that. If people are hooking up or whatever, and they want to keep it private, then they should 1000% be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually agree that with Josh, because Hasan's a stupid bitch.
I agree that people should have the right to privacy.
Go ahead. We need a female perspective. Go ahead, Casey.
I agree about the privacy thing. I agree about that, but I mean, everything that's already supposed to be said was already said. If you're purposely lying about it, if someone asks you and you say something else, that's one thing. But just ignoring those kind of comments and keeping your privacy is another.
Okay.
I think
it all comes down to money, dude. If you want to keep that money, you don't mention you have a boyfriend.
That's not true.
The second someone else having a boyfriend, you lose all your money.
Baiting fake relationships for for Twitch clout and also clout on the internet. Then
it's good.
That's
what do you think about that?
What do you think about the nature of shipping culture on Twitch and how cancerous?
Hey, Hasan.
Yeah, what do you think about the relationship case, Tron?
Hassan, just like how you pretend and play fantasy communist, they can pretend to be single.
I'm gonna end.
Are you trying to defend your own position here because you're trying to bait donos from gay and female followers of yours?
I got a lot of gay money.
Have you heard what he says? Do you think a single gay or female person follows him?
If John gives one specific girl attention, then no other girls are going to want to come on a stream, and he's going to be a fucking podcast like frequency streamer again, and no one's going to watch him.
Hey, S-Van, shut up.
Yeah, I want to hear from Clint. He's been really
that's
patient.
what I was gonna go to. Yeah, go ahead, Clint.
When I first got into this a couple months ago, I would have never thought that it was necessary as a female streamer to disclose your relationship and everything else off the bat. But having seen some of these fuckers, I mean, we're on the biggest fucking stage right here for just chatting on the Rajj Patel show, and we got like the uglier Ted Bundy and Methodjosh over there with a blanket on, dude. Like, you got to be careful for your own safety. Just disclose everything about your relationship and everything right off the bat. There's some crazy fuckers on this platform.
But do you think that's gonna really? Go ahead,
I kind of think the opposite. I think the opposite because one time, and this was forever ago. This is when I played League, had 15 viewers. I was talking about this guy that I was hooking up with on Tinder. And somebody in my chat went and found that guy and started sending him death threats.
Oh my god.
I'm not kidding. So now it's like why disclose anything about your life, right? Like that's terrifying.
No, but it's different. You can say that you're in a relationship, or you can say, you don't need to say anything specific. You can just like be like, "Are you single?" "Oh, no, I'm not single." Or even you don't even need to say it. Just like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it." But to then be like, "Oh, I'm so single, I'm desperate for love," blah blah blah, which some people do is fucked up. And I agree, people have the right to privacy. And I think the really awkward position, I think the place where people on like Twitch get angry about it, or livestream fails, whatever, you're angry about it, is like a new relationship where you're not quite sure what's going on. You know, like you met this girl, guy, whatever, things are going well, you've been on a few dates, whatever, you know, you're not quite sure where it's at, they're not quite sure where it's at, you're not sure where it's going, is it a casual thing, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, if it becomes public in some way, people will accuse you of hiding it, even though you weren't really, like, hiding anything because you didn't have a fucking clue what it was. I think that's fucked up, but, I don't know. I was genuinely amazed when I got to know more and more female streamers how many girls hide relationships. I think most people have no fucking clue how many.
I 100% agree with Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Hey, John, could you say something productive?
I agree with John.
Everything you say kills conversation. Go ahead, Casey.
I think all streamers, male and female, I think all streamers, male and female, should be forced to have an icon next to their name that says whether or not they're single, married, etc. And it should be verified by Twitch. And if anybody ever lies, then they should be permanently banned.
What is this fucking?
I suggested that a year ago, and someone subtweeted me and got 2K likes calling me an insult.
Should
I got flamed the fuck out on Twitter.
Josh,
would there be an
There's a difference.
Wait.
Go ahead, Wes.
I just like. It literally just becomes Facebook dating then, right? Like, I want to, it's complicated.
Yes, like Facebook. Oh my god, exactly, Wes.
I want people to never know what the fuck's going on in my life. Just constantly, it's complicated. Like, that really shakes it up a bit.
So,
okay. The other element that we need to consider here is like, why is it so important for female streamers to disclose their relationship status? Like, is it the only reason?
Because white knights are losing.
White knights are losing out on their money, and that's not fair.
It's about emotional
manipulation. It's about entertainment, or is this reality? Because obviously, this show here even is scripted to a certain degree, right?
What?
Almost in its entirety. And like everything you see on Twitter, technically for the. It's supposed to be like reality television. It's supposed to be like reality television, where it's an element of there's an element of truth, but it's mostly just like people fucking portraying themselves in a specific kind of way to win over viewers and entertain them.
You're talking about every streamer on
Twitch. Think that their and who they are on stream is different than their IRL. Like,
Zerka, shut up. What I mean?
Hey, Hasan, the sympathy shit ain't gonna work.
Go ahead, Clint.
Zerka, you're so funny.
I want to hear Emiya talk.
What the fuck?
Hold on, wait, finish. Emiya, go ahead. Sorry.
I said I think people do that because how they portray themselves on Twitch and the life that they have on the internet, you know, their internet friends and like stuff like that, they want to keep separate, and they think it's a separate life than IRL.
Yeah.
Clint,
that's pretty much.
Clint, what were you gonna say?
I can't speak on the female perspective outside of the safety thing, but I know as a male, shout out to you, Rajj Patel, because the first time I was on this show, afterwards I got hit up on Instagram by this chick from the city right next to me, and she took me out, paid for my dueling lobster tails and Johnny Walker Blue Label, which I had never tasted in my life, and then literally F-worded me on my air mattress. So it kind of works out good.
What else?
You can say fuck.
Have you ever slept on an air mattress before? Really, it's not comfortable.
Well, they didn't sleep; they were fucking.
It's like you just can't get a lot of bounce. No, you can't get a lot of bounce to it. Trust me.
I don't know if you've ever slept on an air
no
mattress.
lumbar support.
No, I fucked on
No.
It's got bounce.
Guys, I have a really nice one. It's got like the memory foam pocket.
Okay, that makes
stuff
sense.
From Walmart. Yeah, it's really
I was
nice.
gonna say.
It's my third one. The first two I ran into problems with, but
he had women shit and throw up on his air mattresses.
Wait, you serious?
Yes, I'll expose him.
Big fucking deal. It's everybody. It's a natural human thing.
It was
Yeah,
an
she
air
shit on
It
my
just
air
tells for the
mattress.
type of women you sleep with, Clint.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, she got drunk and shit on my air mattress. It's fine. I rolled it up.
Do
and
you
threw it in
still
the
talk to
CVS
her?
dumpster. Do I still talk to her? No. She
I
didn't
just
have
want
a
to say,
phone.
can I say something on topic? I just want to say that I personally, and not to be too left field here, I don't think people donate to me to try to date me. I think they donate to me the same way they donate to any other guy. Like,
Cutie Cinderella, then tell me why 5-Year
why-
White Nights came on last night trying to suck your titty just to have a chance to talk to you.
Because you were having a dating show. That was your show.
And then all of them lose their fucking mind. They're like, I've been sub for 12 months, tier 3. I love
don't
you so
know.
much.
If we're gonna say that girls have white nights donating to them, can we admit that guys do too? I mean, have you seen
Zero white
Trix's
nights.
dono list?
Zero white nights.
I got all the white
I have none.
I have none. I have 0 white nights.
What are you talking about, Raj? I literally, the first day I ever met you, I gave you money. And
Yeah, and then I told you no, and you gave up.
I was your white knight.
Yeah, and then you gave up. I told you no.
Look at where I
like,
am.
why do we have to say that women's donations are different than guys? Like, that's
they
my
are.
thing. They're not. They don't have to be.
They're not.
They don't
Men
have to
think
be, no.
relationships can
But
also
the
get the
majority,
Not all
it's
of
a
them
stark
are, but-
difference. Like a lot more are romantic, sexual related to women versus way less, almost none are like that towards men. That's the difference.
That's a bit on the audience too, though. No, I feel like
I don't
care
think
whose fault it is.
I don't think anyone's
plenty
trying
of
to.
donations from people who are thirsting after me as well. Like, I mean, obviously that's not at the centerpiece of my content or commentary, but people do it, and that's kind of like that's their own prerogative.
Okay.
That was a $156 dinner bill, by the way, paid by her. FYI. Throwing that out there.
Okay.
156.
But to some
Wait, did she pay you for the sex too, Clint?
No, she didn't. I'm not a male hooker, Wesley. Stop trying to expose me. And I swear to God, Wesley, if you say one more thing about an old woman, if you say anything
Clint,
about it,
you literally had
Hey,
sex
Raj.
with an old woman for healthcare. I will say it 100 times. You've told me about it when you were drunk off stream, and now you try to hide it on stream because you think people will judge you for it. But I want to say you did a service to them. Not enough people visit old homes and show love to these people, but you got all up in that dusty cobweb shit, and you gave her the ride of her life, broke both of her hips, and you got healthcare from it. So I think you did amazingly well.
Yeah,
I want to be double teamed by John and Clint.
What the fuck?
Go ahead, Clint.
Josh, will you watch?
I hate you so much, Casey.
Will you watch, Josh?
Okay.
Will you
I would
pick
rather.
between John and Clint?
I would rather die a virgin than have a
Ask for
cock.
my consent. Number 2, if Raj, if you squint your eyes, Wes looks like he's breaking terms of service with nudity. Like squint your eyes and look at Wes.
I'm doing.
You know what I mean? It looks like a big
He kind of
fat
does.
nipple.
He kind of a little bit. Clint, go ahead.
I wanted to announce this real quick now that we're on the subject of it. Actually, Betty Trevane, shout out to her. Her trust fund came through. Her kids thought they were getting it. I'm getting it. I'm moving to LA. I'm going to retire as an actor. Hey, Hasan, if you're looking for a roomie, dude, I can hang out on the couch, brother.
$400 a month. Okay, but just okay. So I want to pivot over here and talk about the donators.
You got a
and-
trust fund. You should be paying me, bro. What the fuck?
So it's on you, but trust net. It's called the Young Turks.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm confused. Is the Young Turks not successful, or is it so successful that it's keeping me afloat?
It's so successful, I want to work for it, dude. What do I got to say? What do you want me to say, dude?
It's got to be one of the two, Wes.
It's so successful that no matter what you say or how big of an ass you make yourself look like, your family's company is there to
powerful media organization that is
Well, I
keeping
mean,
me afloat, or
not
is it
only
failing?
does Hasan have his family, but he also has his looks, Wes. Like, even if he lost everything, he's still just an attractive man. He'll make it. I don't know about you.
Casey.
Good one, Casey.
I agree with Casey, and Casey, like, I love the top that you chose today.
Thank
it's
you.
Very, very
Yeah,
HD.
I busted it out for my titty streaming days.
Yeah, no, I can't wait till
you.
we're off stream and stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Are you attracted to Jonzherka? Is that your thing, Casey?
Yeah. I mean, look at him.
Hey, Casey, all you gotta
We're
do.
gonna fuck at TwitchCon.
Casey, buy a plane. Casey, if you want my heart, 2 things. Buy a plane. 1, buy a plane ticket
I
to
can't
Vancouver.
afford one. Oh,
Shut
okay.
up, I'm talking. Buy a plane ticket to Vancouver. 2, host me every single time.
Oh, easy. I'll give you my 200 viewers.
Oh, that's all you do?
Yeah, 200 viewers host.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with Josh.
Casey, I'm still down for the threesome, but I'm not really positive whether or not rabies is transmitted through semen, so it's kind of complicated.
Whoa.
Wait, you have rabies?
I may have rabies. I don't know. I don't have health care anymore. My health care provider died.
He has genital rabies. You killed her, you son of a bitch.
That's fucking horrific.
You killed her.
Why the fuck would, dude? That's not even a fucking joke, to be honest with you. Like, why would I kill her? I love that.
It was an
babe.
accident.
Excuse me, that B
Well,
word.
no, he didn't kill her. Just out of curiosity, I want to pivot a little bit. To what extent, like, we talk about the girls that are receiving the donations as being a problem. To what degree is, like, the donor responsible for their being stupid?
Me first.
0%.
Go ahead. Josh first. Go ahead, Josh. Josh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Like, when you donate, there shouldn't be an expectation of anything, right? Like, even if the streamer, like, in my opinion, even if the streamer has a donation goal, like, you should not expect that that's using that. If they have a donation goal, buy a new camera, you donate them, and they don't do it, they're a fucking idiot, but you shouldn't be, like, pissed about that.
By
Let him finish, John. Let him finish.
Yeah, no, but by definition...
John, let him finish. Go ahead, Josh.
However, I think when an emotional manipulation thing comes into it, that's when it becomes a problem. And I think this is rare. I don't think this happens often. I think it happens normally with, like, relatively smaller streamers where they, like, deliberately lead guys on. And I've seen it. And they will, like, I've heard a direct quote from, like, a female streamer where she says that she will, like, you know, lead donators on the perfect amount just to get them to, like, still donate more. Because if she does anything with them, that's when they stop donating, right? That's, like, a direct fucking quote. I think that level of emotional manipulation is fucked up, and that's not their fault. Everything else is their fault.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a different approach to my sensei, Josh, my monk sensei. Basically, Josh, you're kind of forgetting mankind as a whole. I mean, you know the saying, "A sucker is born every day." They're gonna find another place to waste their money. It's all the donators' fault. It's all the donators' fault.
So you think
it's 100% the donator's fault?
It's interesting because you're saying donating for, like, because they want to date someone, yada, yada, yada. But same thing, what if they're donating because they want to support another incel virgin, but you're not actually an incel virgin?
Well,
because
Prove it. Show my dick inside a vagina. Show it.
I'm just
Exactly, you can't. Exactly. That's what I thought.
I'm just curious where you draw the line.
That's exactly.
Hey, Raj,
Be careful what you say.
All I want to say is, Raj, these girls that bait them on and stuff, they're just true capitalists. They're just business ladies. I love them.
Well, you're not gonna go to, like, a bar and go up to a girl and hand her, like, $40 and be like, please call me on the phone later.
No, but they're not donating. Hold on, no, they're not.
Doesn't work.
They're not donating and explicitly saying I want to be in a relationship with you. They're donating because in their minds they believe that the said person. Hold on, what? That said person will be going through their donations when they're looking for a partner and choose the top one that donated the most amount of money. That's what they think in their head. Go ahead, John.
No, you just said they're donating because in their minds. It's a fugazi. It's a story they built.
Exactly. So you think it's their fault?
It's a story that the streamer is building for them. Like I said, I think this is pretty rare. I don't think this is a huge problem on Twitch, but I've seen it happen a lot in I'm talking like 10 to 50 viewer streams and stuff. I've definitely seen them see some guy will donate something just because he likes the content, whatever, and they see that person has money and they lead that person on. I've seen this happen more than a few times.
I agree with. I see what Josh is saying. It depends on how manipulative the person is, because some people can be very manipulative towards their donators.
And the ones who are the best, the low viewer streamers, they can only do it at like a person at a time. But the highest viewer female streamers are so fucking good at it that without even targeting their whatever to this guy, they can make an entire audience feel like they have a chance. So that's why
not just females do it. Not just females do it.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
That's all.
Basically,
Guys do it too.
Josh said that the streamer's building a story. No. When Raj said in their mind, he meant the donator's mind. He's expecting something. The donators are doing their wishful thinking because they have depression. They don't know what they're doing with their lives. The best way to get an e-girl, watch my fucking streams. How wolves talk to girls.
Do you not think taking advantage of like lonely and potentially mentally ill people is super fucked up?
Yeah,
I do. I agree with where Josh is coming from.
But there's nothing you can.
Josh.
There is.
Dude,
literally
you ban their PayPal donation.
Advocating for the abolition of Twitch, I guess. And form of
Methodjosh. Methodjosh. If you delete the person that's luring them like she's a siren and pulling the sailors in, if you take her away, those sailors are gonna find something else because there's something wrong with them, not her.
Not true. Not true. Okay, like if you want actual truth, this is not a meme. Last year, 2018, I spent 1K a month on e-girls. I totaled it up at the end of the year on every single month on average. Like this wasn't consistent. It was 1K a month on e-girls. 12K last year. I totaled it up, right?
You look like you're having a Britney phase. You lost your fucking mind.
Believe me, things are gonna get crazy soon. This is not a safe time to be around me. But
I always say, if you're gonna donate someone money, make sure they change how you wake up in the morning. Do you feel more confident, or do you feel more energized and stuff? If you don't, if you're just donating because they're hot,
I think you should donate because you like their content and you want to support it, so you want to see them stream more. That's why you donate.
That was about half of the donation. The other half were legit girls lying to me, though. The other half were legit girls like outright lying to me.
What do you mean outright lying to you?
I mean, being like, oh, you know, I really like you, you're so great, blah, 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 it's my birthday soon. And I'm like, okay, cool, it's your birthday, fucking A. And then I find out that she actually has a boyfriend the entire fucking time. Is that not fucked up?
How can you not tell you're being manipulated? Do you only talk to girls and only befriend girls with the idea that you want to be their mate?
Yes.
Like your mind. That's the only reason.
Josh, don't you think that there's some...
Josh, that sounds like a personal problem.
Future, you gotta get in here on your own.
Take some personal responsibility for your actions. Like, you're a full-grown adult who's been duped this way over and over again. It's like, come on, guy. Like, maybe just stop donating to e-girls and like go outside and go on Tinder or some shit.
They legit, like,
I just want to say, Josh,
honestly, it's when they smile at you.
Like, the fact that you're not getting pussy is not on the e-girls or the Twitch ecosystem. It's on you.
Josh uses mental illness as an excuse. Josh says like, oh, you're taking advantage of people's mental illness. If they are smart enough to create a PayPal and to push the button and to push accept and to log in.
No.
What do you mean? That's their consent.
No. That's you know you don't believe that. You don't believe that. That's such a stupid take.
If they create a PayPal, that's their consent. It's their like
a child
people with mental illness are too stupid to create a PayPal.
I'm saying like there it is. Like if they can.
QT, you're actually as stupid as you look. Holy fuck.
What do you mean? No.
The actual counterpoint that you should be using is like when do bigger platforms actually step in and regulate? Because
Hasan, can I jump in
about
here?
The same conversation when it comes to gambling and
please.
It's not about regulation. It's just about people taking responsibility.
Let Clint get in here. Go ahead, Clint.
Your point is, no offense, Josh. Love the heck out of you, bud. Your point's fucking stupid. Here's why. All right, you don't leave that room where you scratch the fucking wall and everything. Okay, I work at a strip club, right? In the real world. So it's not synonymous just with Twitch. Like, I see guys that are truckers coming every night, throw their whole fucking paycheck at some chick to give them a lap dance. The next thing you know, they're leaving their fat wife and all 4 of their kids at home and thinking they're in love with this Stacy chick, and she doesn't give a fuck. She's getting piped.
That's evil. That's evil.
Down by like 9 people. That happens in so many different walks of life.
Yeah, but that's not her fault.
It's all evil. Yes, it is.
How is that her fault? I don't think it's fair. It's not fair to compare actual strippers to female strippers. Like actual truck stop strippers. I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna say I don't know, but
I'm a big fan of pole dancing fitness on Twitch. All right, so I don't know. I'm still new to this shit.
No,
I don't know
I'm
what
just
you guys
saying,
all
like,
do.
I agree with Josh. Like, I think that some streamers will manipulate to way too much of a degree. I'm not saying all of them do, but yeah, some of them do.
So you can dance on a pole all you want. You're just a pole dancing fitness artist, but the second you get money thrown at you, you become a stripper, right?
That's what I always tell the girls at the club. I'm like, you should
I have a question for the girl.
The word stripper means you're taking you're stripping, right? That makes you a stripper.
Well, I mean, it depends on how much clothes you're wearing.
What?
Because some strip clubs you can't be nude, and they have like bras and panties on, and some
Then they're
pole
not called
dancing
strippers.
fitness. Yes, the fuck they
They're
are.
called strippers.
No,
Yeah,
Yes, the fuck
They're
they
called
are.
strippers. They're called strippers. Trust me, I got a PhD in strip clubs.
Yeah.
All right.
Oklahoma,
Don't
I
fuck
used
with
to
me
live
on
there.
this.
They can't be nude.
Go ahead,
They're
Eric.
definitely-
I'm pretty sure they just call them performers.
Laws.
No, they
Oklahoma
don't. They're
has
not
very
hookers.
strict alcohol
Raynad.
They're not performing fellatio.
Raynad,
Well, they
go-
are, but that's the background.
Wes is right, by the way. It completely depends on what kind of liquor license you have in certain states. Oklahoma's one of those states where liquor licenses are.
Son, can you say that one more time?
I said Wes was right about the strip club thing.
Wow.
That's good.
Shit.
Holy shit, that's
Titty
good.
bars, you could literally. There are titty bars where you can't sell alcohol, where you can have fully nude women perform. Los
They have
Angeles has
BYOB
certain
strip clubs where you can't be
BYOB, 100%.
Look, the question at
And
the
then
end of
there
the
are
day
titty
is
bars
like,
where they sell
Hasan, one sec.
alcohol.
Can you
How much is
let
it
Raynad
the
get in? Go ahead, Raynad.
Yeah, how much is it the fault of like the donator versus the streamer girl, right? So here's like a question, like for Casey, Sean, and Cutie and Emmy, right? If you have a donator and he's giving you a shitload of money, right, and then he says like, he makes it very clear like he has like romantic intentions or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Do you discourage him or do you just let him keep going?
No, I asked him if he looks like that.
Honestly, whenever I've had donators that have sent me like a lot of money to the point that it's made me feel uncomfortable, I've like messaged them and I've been like, I really appreciate what you're doing, but you don't have to do that.
And guess what you don't do? You don't block their fucking PayPal emails because your mind doesn't the shit out of them.
Actually, Raj.
I have all of my DMs. All my DMs are turned off. Like I don't reply to Instagram DMs.
I don't reply to
any
them
DMs
either.
because I don't want people to feel like I owe them something because they donated to me.
But it sounds like you're not discouraging
I
it,
give
right?
them. Oh no! If I have had someone pop up and they donated $100 and they said, "Here's $100. I want you to be my wife," and I said, "I'll refund that because that's never going to happen." Like. I've said that.
Did you?
No, you didn't.
Did you refund it?
Yes, I did.
QT.
I have a
QT.
picture of me refunding the $100. I can fucking show you. I have
You
the
really
$10
should stop
receipt.
rejecting those people because there's not going to be a lot more of them around. Your face, it's a problem.
Hey,
No
Raj.
offense.
Go ahead, John.
I mean, I wouldn't just like ignore
Raj,
like,
I-
anything that's like.
But it's
more
like at the
intrinsic
same
to
time,
you.
why do we have to call out like why do you call out
Well,
the female streamers? Because I'm
Raj.
just saying like guys have male streamers or donators who donate a
I-
shit. ton of
Yeah, but no
I
one
don't-
donates to me and tells me they want to fuck my man
I
tits.
donated.
So
I donated to somebody.
But do you hold on. Devil's advocate here. Do you think that perhaps people that donate to male streamers, people that donate to male streamers are donating to maybe become their friend or get access to their inner
That's exactly what I was
circle?
gonna say. What about the people who donate thousands of dollars to male streamers to feel like they're their fucking bro? What's the difference between that and like them donating to female streamers thinking they're gonna be their girlfriend? It's delusional on both ends.
Well, I consider everybody that uses Twitch. I consider everybody who uses Twitch Prime as a friend to me.
I mean, is it because are any of those streamers ever really gonna be their fucking friend, their bro? You know?
Yo, if anybody's watching wants to throw $20 at me, I'll hang out with you anytime, dude.
Raj.
No problem at all.
Hey, go ahead, John.
Guys, this is such a good topic because just this week, one of my gay subscribers sent $100 asking me, would I ever lean that way? And I honestly believe honesty is the best policy. And I said, look, I'm straight. Just for the honesty, I can't say how much more, can I? Am I allowed
this much money he'd do gay stuff?
Am I allowed to say how much he donated, or will I get banned?
Well, no, you can say how much he donated you. I didn't. It's not like
basically he donated 100 to get on the Discord, talk to me a bit, and then when he found out I'm straight, I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Do you want the money back? He tripled the donation for the honesty and not leading him on or anything like that.
Why would you get banned for that?
Because you can't disclose financials, you fucking noob.
Yeah, you can.
Donations are separate.
First of all,
Public, dog. What do you mean?
First of all,
You can't talk about your contract details.
First of all, everyone subscribe with your Twitch Prime now to the Raj Patel Show because we're putting our feelings on the line for you fucking clowns.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, thank you, John, for that. I got a total of 0 from that shout out. Karen to Karen, thank you for subscribing. Ellie-Kin, thank you for subbing. All right, let's see here. Look, it's time now for it is time to vote.
Wait, what?
We're actually halfway through the round. It's already time to vote. It's time to vote now. All right, here we go.
And can I just say one thing, guys? Everyone on the chat should come to TwitchCon San Diego, also known as the Jonzherka Show.
Oh, it actually kind of worked. Rock Q, Chaplain Grim, Nards TV, thank you for subscribing. Let's see. Here we go.
Q. Everybody is mad. Q. CC, you fucking nubs. I'm winning the whole show.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I allow
0161 for life.
Okay. Go ahead and vote for who you want to keep, not kick.
Casey.
Thank you. Well said, Casey. That is well said.
Jesus.
The mob
Damn. It's been fun, guys.
Robert, thank you.
Trust.
Don't count your.
We'll see, Slicker.
Clint,
we'll see.
I'm thinking about
we'll
starting
see.
a gang between me and you, where we extort the truckers who spend all their money on strippers and try to leave their wives. That we're gonna like tell them their wives and their kids if they don't like pay us.
Is that illegal?
Literally a crime. Guys, calm down.
Yeah, I'm talking about a joke.
We can start. Honestly, we can start anything at this point because Mob came in here talking about how much money they had. The one kid.
Whoa!
So
Slicker brought that shit up. Slicker brought that shit up, not me.
Hey, wait, what did I bring up? Hold on.
Money! You brought up money!
What about money?
What does the mob do? I still don't know what the fuck the mob is. I look.
I'm pretty sure it's an org, a gaming org. I'm pretty sure.
Not really an org, like this is a group.
You have
We're just
cool
a group
merch.
of friends. Like, hey, thank you. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah, I like how it says mob on it. It's really cool.
I don't know about that, but
yeah, what?
Hey, I heard of you through Disney.
That's what you do. Isn't that what you do?
I think
That's what you do.
they're the only normies on Twitch.
You guys are like discount phase.
Really? Yeah, we're discount phase pretty much.
Phase sideways.
We're just a group of friends. We played.
Wait, but
games
phase like
together, I
does
don't
trick shots and shit at least, right? Do you guys do that too, or what do you do?
No, they just post funny tweets and then they got
We stream. We YouTube videos, shit like that.
You guys' Twitter to see because everyone was like, "Oh
I'm a
yeah,
fan.
they fucking kill it on Twitter." Like their Twitter.
Yeah, they have hot girlfriends too. That girl,
they do.
the Sid girl. Yeah,
Ross,
she's
can we
really
meet your
hot.
girlfriend?
Can I see?
What? I don't have a girlfriend.
Hold on.
Right?
Ethan donates $50 and says, how about donators who don't donate for any of those reasons, but just donate for content, good scripts, or no reason at all?
That was the best donor.
Yeah. Thank you, Ethan, for your $50 donation. I appreciate it.
With any expectation of anything.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Khalifa, thank you very much. Any more gifters out there? Any more gifters? Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate you. Thank you. I need better emotes. By the way, if you're out there and you can make emotes, this is a call. This is a cry for help. I need help so badly. I need emotes, and I will pay for them. At me at Rajj Official on Twitter, at RAJJ Official. Tweet at me. I will look after the stream. I need somebody to make me an emote, preferably one that can be spammed everywhere. Okay, thank you. All right. Yes.
Since your entire show is based off other streamers, you should just take one emote from every other streamer and make it your emote. I think that'd be a good idea.
No.
That'd actually be kind of funny.
No. Actually, that's a good idea, kind of. I thought about taking everybody's face that comes on my show and just putting their faces on, but that's kind of... I feel like that's not very nice.
Your chat would just be full of faces.
Yeah, because 90% of your chat is the name in a weird champ or the name in the haha, so that we could at least put a face in the emote to what they feel.
That's actually pretty good.
That actually might be kind of cool. But I thought, would you guys like if I had a face, like just a face emote, and it would be like a rite of passage to get like a face emote on the Rajj show?
Only if we can finish on it.
Slicker can't get partner, but at least he can get a face emote on Rajj.
But they'd have to be unique to the Rajj show. Like they'd have to have a unique
you would have
Rajj
to,
show look.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, I'd tell you the first face emote that we'd make would be Slicker, I think. And then the second,
Candyland.
and then I don't know if Candyland. All right. Anyway, okay. Sorry. The winner of the round was Slicker. Excuse me, Slicker. 0161 won the round.
I'm fucked.
The bottom two right now is Frosty and Wes, by the way. Frosty
Slicker,
and Wes,
if you
by the
kick
way.
me, you're not joining the mob scene. Okay?
No, I don't want to. You know what, Wes?
Slicker, not Frosty.
Slicker.
No.
Let's be honest.
No. Let me just say this, okay? Yeah. Whenever I come in Wes's chat, he always disses me. Okay.
Hold on, wait, Slicker. Before you go, both of them should try to defend themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, let the boil go first.
If you eliminate me, it's just stupid. The guy sits there and every 4 or 5
Yeah, but if he
minutes
votes for the more boring one, he has an easier chance.
Wait, but if you
well, he's already gonna win. He's Slicker.
Hold on, wait. QT Cinderella has to go.
I have to go. I have to go deliver a wedding cake.
So let's take this opportunity to eliminate 2 people. So QT's got to go anyway. She told me beforehand.
I want to see who gets cut.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Let me say this, okay?
Of course she does.
If I don't kick Frost out, that will make me look like a weak guy. If I kick Wes out, Wes is a bitch still. So Frost, you're gonna have to go, you little.
Damn.
Whoa,
no,
whoa.
mate, I'm saying
all good. All good.
Slicker,
I'd love to kick Wes out. Trust me. But this guy, if I don't kick him out, I'm weak, and it will show the 0-6 when I was a weak community.
No, you're not. Yo, Slicker.
Nah, it's not like that at all. Hey, if you don't kick me out, the mob has your back.
No, I'm the one.
I'm just saying.
Well,
the 0-6 one. The 0-6 one's the one that eliminates the MOB.
No, Slicker,
the past
Slicker,
2 rounds.
Slicker.
I want to know what they do.
Slicker. Yo.
We stream. What do
Hold
you?
on. Are you telling me that the mob is kind of like the Kardashians?
Cute.
Actually, yeah. Kind of.
Like the Twitch Kardashians?
Bro, you think if the Kardashians were on this show, they'd be fucking bottom of the barrel every round? At least they have like some measurable impact.
They're hot.
Okay.
And they
Kim
broke
has
the
done
Dude,
so much.
And what you or Raj,
Don't be fucking
you had a
rude.
porn star win the entire show with saying like 7 words. So I mean, the Kardashians would go pretty fucking far.
Yeah.
Well.
Kim's an icon.
Bro, let me just say this: the MOB, the mob doesn't even your own. Let me just say that.
I can't hear you. Your mic keeps cutting out.
Wait, 1 sec.
Wait, is the mob partnered?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's so much better.
Oh,
are you guys all partnered?
What? Yeah, we are.
Oh my fuck!
The mob is partnered at least. Where's almost
I don't mind. You know what? Let me say this, and I mock everyone. So
I gotta
I'm gonna get partnered. Trust me, this time I'm gonna get partnered. Trust me, I feel it. Reynard is gonna instantly message me and say I want to join, and I will decline it and happily join Liquid.
Emiya, where'd you go?
First one to hit me up. I'm saying this right now. The first one to hit me up. Team Liquid or Reynard or anyone else. You guys are gonna miss out. Trust me.
Slicker,
I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Keep talking.
Why have you not been partnered yet?
Yeah.
Serious question. I don't know. Is there like
no?
I'll
be honest because because I was a toxic streamer in the past, so I used to flame out other streamers.
Oh, you're not toxic at all. I don't know if there's any staff watching right now.
Well, you weren't here back
so
in.
Nice.
You weren't here. Well, if you remember, me and Zerka were one of the most toxic people on the internet. Let's just say
you're still kind of toxic, aren't you?
No, he's a lot better.
I thought you lied about getting an American visa last
Slicker's a good guy.
Hold on. Slicker and I intentionally. Oh, it'll almost, if you're known as a toxic dude, it'll kill your channel to change your ways. We changed our ways heavy, especially me.
I don't know. Slicker's channel's doing just fine.
Thank you, cutie.
Alright, Slicker, I'll send you an offer, man.
Okay.
I found this pretty
all right, Frosty, go ahead and shout out your
template in the news lately.
Wait.
I'm gonna take 80%.
Wait, guys, let him speak. Sorry, people. Reynard, I do apologize. People interrupted.
You were the only one speaking over him. Okay, you literally interrupted him.
Shush, guys, come on. Speak, my good friend. Speak, my upcoming manager. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I saw a pretty great contract in the news. I'm just gonna copy it over, send it over your way, and
pays up.
Yeah, I think you'd sign it, Slicker. Honestly, Slicker would be so excited to get a I think you might sign it.
Slicker can't
I'd sign it, dude. If you want, you could take 100%. I'll take 0.
Wait, but Slicker, that means you can't live. You can't get any. You don't get money.
Wait, hold on. I get my donations. It's mine, right?
No.
No, he takes everything.
No, he takes it all. It takes 100% of everything.
Yep, code Slicker and Fortnite, fucking everything.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
Okay, never mind then. Fuck.
All right. Thank you so much, Frosty, for being here. Go ahead and shout out your channel.
Thank you for having me on. Everything's Frosty, F-R-O-S-T-E. So yeah.
Take care, man. Thank you so much. The
Have
mom.
a good one, everyone.
All right, QT Cinderella. Bye-bye. Twitch.tv/QT Cinderella.
Bye.
QT, I love you. QT, I love you.
Bye,
I
QT.
said first. No.
Slicker.
Don't say it back to him.
Slicker,
She said it. She said she loves me. She said
Wait, she said it to me, Slicker.
No, she said
I
it to
love
me.
you.
Just to me.
QT,
Which you wanted
QT,
to?
you did
I love
disconnect.
you, Slicker.
I'm still here. That was Slicker. That was for Slicker, not Josh, because
Thank you.
it was for Slicker.
And what about me?
No, QT. We all thank you.
You'll regret
She's
that.
loyal. But I'm only a friend, QT, by the way. Oh, she probably left.
Bye, cutie.
Alright.
All right, let's bring on the next topic here because we're almost actually ready to vote again, but we'll let it go into the next round again. Okay, so there is something going on by the name of it's Pride Month, as everybody knows. Kappa Pride's in the chat. It is Pride Month, the month of for the entire month of June. Now there is some controversy in the news regarding some parades that are going on. So In light of it being Pride Month, a group of people have organized a straight pride parade, claiming they feel heterosexuals don't receive much positivity through the media. Do you guys think that
that's ridiculous?
They're getting a lot of flack for it, so I just want to hear what your guys' perspective is on straight pride parades.
If
I love do their parade.
Fuck you. If you're the majority and you've never faced anything, any sort of fucking transgressions, you haven't been fucking punched in the street or murdered for being gay, why the fuck should you have a parade? You face nothing. Because it's just making a mockery of the people who have been through.
Stop making a mockery of it.
I think we should let them have the parade so
I think they already have it. Isn't that basically
it will
what
be fucking hilarious, okay? It will be.
Let them do it.
It already exists. Isn't the,
no
Macy's Thanksgiving parade that?
Look, dude, parades are the gayest shit ever, okay? So the thought of a bunch of fucking straight dudes in cargo shorts sucking on Monster Energy drinks talking about how hot Tom Brady is, walking down a fucking Boston street trying to do a parade, that is incredible. That is content. I love that. I hope that they have it. And I hope, as a matter of fact, I hope that the gays actually help them put it together a little bit, give them their organizational skills so that there could be a pride parade so we could all fucking laugh at them. It is hilarious.
Why is it hilarious?
Rajj.
It's hilarious because how the fuck it's like I said, it's the gayest thing on the planet to do a fucking parade.
Well, why don't we just have the debate? Does straight people even exist?
What?
Does straight people even exist? No person is one.
I have a little homo.
You have a little what?
A little homosexual in me. Is that how you say it? So like, well, I mean, like, listen, right? I fucked a Thai boy. Okay.
What?
Wait, whoa.
No,
I brought this up last week, and everyone weird shit me like I made it up.
Okay, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't fuck a Thai boy. I mean, like, I rate guys. Like, look, Jonzherka's sexy as fuck.
I know, John and Clint. I want to be
That's
real.
what I'm talking about.
I want to London Bridge me. Fuck.
Hey, maybe at TwitchCon. Who knows? You might.
Who knows?
You might.
Maybe my flight though.
Hey, you might be the second to experience this viral dude.
Clint, Casey Tron wasn't part of our bet, by the way.
Let Slicker finish. Go ahead, Slicker.
Thank you.
She doesn't fucking
Let
count.
Slicker finish. Go ahead, Slicker.
So,
how do I not count? Wait, what bet? How do I not count?
We have a bet.
Wait, what's the bet?
The bet is that there's one of three girls. There's three names out there, and I told Wesley, look, man, I appreciate it. He's like a little brother to me. I appreciate the effort, and I want to entertain him a little bit, get his hopes up. But I said, one of these three girls, I'm gonna fuck at this TwitchCon thing, and if I don't, I've got a tattoo Wes, by the way, on my lower back as a tramp stamp, which is not a big deal in Indiana, but
yeah. And if he does, I'm gonna get Clint 1717 on my ass. But the whole thing is there's three specific girls who, if one has called him creepy, the other one has no sex drive at all. Who's the third one? The other one has a boyfriend. So he chose three dumbass choices.
Wait, who are the girls?
What,
I'm not gonna name drop them.
Please let me protect myself here.
Yeah, go on.
The one who said that I was creepy, she misunderstood me. Once I explained myself to her, I've got a cardigan and a monocle coming in the mail. She said she thought that maybe I was stupid. But she didn't know that I was a janitor at Ivy Tech Community College in Indiana. She didn't know I solved all those algorithms on the fucking board.
We've all seen Good Will Hunting. Everyone's seen that movie. You can't play it off like a fucking shit.
It's a movie? My life is kind of like a movie, right? So anyway, she thought I was stupid. She thought I had rabies. She thought I fucked some 87-year-old woman because Wesley is basically projecting all that onto me. I'm not stupid. I'm not a redneck. This is all method acting and
no, it's meth.
That's it. That's
no
it.
OD, Clint.
I don't live in a trailer. I'm super smart and shit. That's it.
Whoa, Clint.
I believe you.
Clint, if you're actually not stupid, you must be the best actor in the world.
See, this is the kind of shit that you project when you were Dwayne The Rock Johnson's body double, but in your head you convince yourself you're Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, that's how Zherka projects himself.
I could beat him in a fight.
I could beat you in a fight.
So, I would love to see that.
Whoa, yo, if there was no terms of service...
Hey, guys, you guys cut off Slicker. He didn't even get to finish.
Who's Slicker?
Slicker, your mic's muted. Slicker, hello?
He's not even in the channel.
He isn't?
Yeah, he's not even in the channel. How?
Slicker, you're not in the channel.
Where'd he go?
He probably went to go play CSGO.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to finish your thoughts, Slicker. They cut you off.
Oh, I think everyone's got a bit of homo in them, right?
I agree.
Not literally.
Sexuality is fluid, and everyone's a little gay, Slicker. You're correct.
Yes, like, hey, listen, I kiss my my friends in Iraq on their cheek, and that's normal, right? And then I rate guys, guys rate guys.
It depends.
Or the only thing I wouldn't want to see.
It depends which cheek.
Okay.
Good one.
Zerka, you have the humor of a 7-year-old, but on an adult.
One in the
adult
chat.
television.
One in the chat. If I'm the funniest guy here, let's see it.
That's what makes it so funny.
So anyway, Slicker.
Yes. So wait, what was the conversation about now? Okay, I forgot.
It's about the straight pride.
The conversation was about the straight pride parade, and then you were talking about how everybody's a little gay.
Yeah, I don't know much about this straight whatever pride parade or whatever it's called, but I mean, hey, listen, we should mind our own business, okay? If we cause, listen to this, guys, okay? I know we all need to think of peace, and what's the best way of peace? Not getting ourselves involved in other people's businesses. These guys want to march, let them march. You get me?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
you,
for me,
everyone else is so against it. I don't know why. Like if they're like shit talking gay people, then yeah, it's a problem. But if they're just like proud of who they are, then like whatever, they're
So
allowed
should we
to
give
do it.
everybody a parade then?
I agree. I'm just worried that it'll like exacerbate.
Oh no! If we're being serious, it's 100% reactionary, and it's absolutely similar to like the "it's okay to be white" thing that came out of 4chan. That was literally created by a bunch of crypto fascists. So technically, they are doing this because it's literally the oh well, if they get a parade, why can't we mentality. And it is technically a bunch of bad faith actors who want to put it together. I just think it's still going to be funny. It's not people just being like, oh, I should be, proud of my sexuality.
As you're the one who speaks the most about people's
belittles the point of the Pride March.
Mm.
Yeah.
How does it belittle the point of the Pride March?
It makes it seem like just one big joke. Like it's not special anymore. It's not. It doesn't. They're doing it for a reason, right?
Yeah, but the reason is only given validity if it's given this insane backlash. That's exactly why they're doing it. Like Hasan said, like this is very clearly just people who, want to operate in bad faith and kind of make fun of the whole gay thing, or like, be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But it only has any value. It only is worth anything if everyone kind of goes crazy, which they did. If everyone's just like, okay, cool, enjoy.
Which is why I said they should do it.
Yeah.
Like, what's next? Are we gonna get like a what? Like a white
Let me
pride
say
parade?
something, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. That's actually another point. That's interesting.
Let me say something. There's another problem I have.
Same guys. It's
After Slicker, you're gonna get in there. Hold on to your thought.
You have all lives matter as a counter to Black Lives Matter, when in fact all of those people who are fucking pushing for all lives matter don't give a fuck about all lives. They're just doing that to belittle the Black Lives Matter.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
Thing. They do the same thing for pro-life versus pro-choice. Obviously, those pro-life people are not necessarily pro-life. We know what their fucking perspective is. They're advocating for women to be jailed. If they were so fucking pro-life, they wouldn't actually. They would care about the female's perspective in this instance as well.
No, they care more about the baby.
It's all about messaging and counter messaging.
Because once you give birth, your life doesn't matter as much as your child's does. That's what it's about. It's not about.
I think if this is how you're gonna react to movements like that, you're like making them more effective at what they're trying to do than they should be.
Yeah, make a movement.
Because all you're doing is like. You're taking these people that feel marginalized, I guess is the word. They feel like, they get lashback for being white or lashback for being straight in modern society. And when you react to them doing shit like this, you just make them more extreme. Like rather than bringing them in and you just like push them further away into their own like little.
Yeah, but let me tell you something about that, right? When
I'm confused.
Hold on. Can you? Can I get Slicker in first, or do you need? Do you want elaboration of Reynad's point?
I wanted Reynad to elaborate on what he means.
John, before you speak, Reynad, elaborate on what you say, and then let's get to Slicker, okay? And then you can respond to Reynad.
All I'm gonna say is bring Reynad more often.
Okay, thank you, John. Go ahead, Reynad. Can you elaborate?
Too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, basically, okay, if you think that the point. How do I put this? Okay, the people that are like setting up these straight parades, right? You think that they're doing it in bad faith and they're doing it to kind of belittle the gay pride parade to some extent. Mm-hmm. Well, like these people are doing it because they feel like, modern society is kind of like glorifying the gay community, and they feel like marginalized in a way. And when the reaction to them setting up a parade like that is all these people telling them, oh, fuck you, it's wrong for all these reasons, you're kind of like validating this opinion that they have, that they're the victim. And what you're doing is you're like exacerbating this issue and this mentality that they have. So like
when in ever history was a white
there's
person
a difference
victim?
between someone being criticized for having terrible opinions or bad opinions or being wrong versus someone being criticized for their existence. And that's at the heart of this conversation. The reason why there is a gay pride parade to begin with is because of the historic necessity for awareness for LGBT members. Trans people are still vilified, and there are like actual legislative actions being taken against the trans community under the Trump administration, for example. No such thing exists that specifically targets straight white males or whatever, and there is a reason for that, right? That's why there is this sort of advocacy to normalize and to show people like, look, you can be gay, straight, bi, trans. It doesn't matter. You're just a normal person. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, they need that. They need that sort of representation in media so they can come to terms with that, especially if they've never met a gay person in their entire lives or know that there are gay people around them.
Yeah, I hear you, but try to see it from the perspective of the straight white man that feels like he's marginalized and he feels like liberals are
There's a difference. People aren't attacking straight. Like last week in North London, a Uruguayan couple got attacked and got pennies chucked at them and got fucking beaten the shit out of two women who were because they wouldn't make out in front of all of these dudes. That just happened. Like this happened.
Yeah, wasn't even recorded. Whoa, Hasan.
Anecdotes like that. Like,
and I gave you examples of how
Hasan, you do this a lot where you build a straw man through an extreme.
But wait, hold on.
Why?
But I also gave you examples of the Trump administration taking legislative action.
Yeah, nobody's arguing with any of that.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Your own arguments are like
white men.
weakening your position. Like
You
what you're
cannot-
doing.
I
is
agree with
counterproductive
My
to the
point is
future
this.
that
My
you're
point is
in.
this. Men get vilified. Men get exploited. White men get exploited all the fucking time. But they get exploited by capitalism, and they don't get exploited by virtue of being a man or by virtue of being straight or by virtue of being white. They get exploited because the same structure that exploits all of us tends to exploit them as well.
The same
when you're
structure.
black or when you're gay or when you're a member of a marginalized community, you get additionally exploited or you get additionally marginalized exclusively on the virtue of your existence.
Okay, so you can only have a parade when you're marginalized in specific ways.
Do you feel the same way about white pride parades right now?
No, that's not. Actually, yes. The way I feel about white pride parades. By the way, my point is not that like we should celebrate these things and they should happen. My point is that they're going to happen anyway, and when they happen, if this is how you're going to respond to that shit, you're just going to encourage it more and more. Because you're just going to make that community feel isolated more and more.
Yeah,
it's going to validate their idea that
in the entire history of the world, it's never been bad to be white and straight. That's the thing, and no one's ever been killed for being white. That's exactly what he's saying.
That's super fucking like objectively wrong.
You know what I'm saying, though. Like the fact that
you're saying stupid shit. And I'm calling you out on it.
Emia.
White people get attacked. White people have to go fight fucking wars. White people get also sucked into a lifetime of indentured servitude. But those same concepts exist for every single member of society, every single member that exists under a capitalist organization. But on top of that, there is additional struggle that marginalized communities have to go through. I'm not saying that
nobody's disagreeing with that, though.
Nobody is arguing that.
But what's the point of having a straight parade because of like praise you for being straight? Good job, you're straight.
Emia, if it's so silly,
if it was curved, it would make it weird.
Emia, I agree that straight parade is silly. Let them have their silly parade. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Let them have their silly parade. Just don't get attached.
I'm saying
don't feed into it.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, like Hasan, this is what scares me about the left. You always come at everything that's bizarre to us, like a straight parade, with like you're confrontational. It's like you're trying to go to war with any other.
I was the first person that said we should have the parade. I think it's fucking hilarious.
But you said it in like a condescending.
But also at the same time, never forget that a lot of times these sorts of
are
created just to vilify the people who have tried to begin with.
Should we all talk shit about the same capitalist system that made you fucking rich on Twitch?
I talk about it literally every single day.
Why don't you give some welfare to a Clint?
Maybe you could benefit from coming on and learning a little bit about it.
Hasan, I just gotta say this. You do, Zerka's right on this, actually. You get way too triggered about this shit, and it puts way too much exposure on it. So, like, for instance, if I tell you a fucking story
I literally
about
said
a
we should
man
have
who
it.
grows... No, I get that,
We're talking about the economic stuff.
But then you throw the fucking finger rings around and start being condescending, and everybody's like, whoa, Hasan's a little triggered now. You gotta just be calm, even kill with it. So when somebody comes to you,
I'm not
Hasan,
triggered at all.
listen.
And I'm also mentioning the fact that I said I was the first person in
when somebody comes at you with something ridiculous, like for instance a straight pride parade or a story about a man who grows gills and fins and is released into a river, don't get triggered by it. Don't get triggered. Just let it go, man. Just let it go, and it'll all dissipate.
Can we go back to the economic
stuff? Is anyone not actually listening to the things I'm saying?
Well, we're listening to what you're saying, but how you're saying it is the problem. You're not listening to that. That's the problem is you're not paying attention to how you're saying it. Like Hasan, I actually agree with you on like almost everything political. We're on the like same stance.
Why are
like
you guys
the way that
talking
you react
the
to
way
shit
I'm
like
saying
this parade.
They're saying not to make fun of the straight parade. Don't belittle the straight parade.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
like,
let them have the straight parade. Don't belittle it.
As soon as you belittle something, you're actually dividing it into two sides, and that's
exactly.
what causes conflict.
Yes, because I understand the motivation behind certain things like
yeah,
all lives
I'm just
matter.
saying I agree with Hasan. It's hard not to belittle the straight parade.
All I'm saying, Hasan,
the entire purpose of "It's okay to be white" is that it's obviously a fucking truism. It's obviously okay to be white, and everyone already knows that. But the reason why 4chan and other crypto fascists who actually have terrible opinions that you guys would also consider terrible
because they want to see you triggered.
Use these sorts of regular middle ground statements that are inoffensive in an effort to make a larger point.
Hasan, you're making me a crypto
you
fascist
defend
right
them,
now.
end up
I'm
defending those
encouraged
positions.
Where can I march?
Wait, what did you say, Raina?
He said you're encouraging him to be a crypto fascist, and where can I march?
Hasan, this isn't like a fight against you, my man. It's just general observation, dude.
And trying to educate people about the background of why a lot of these sorts of movements prop up is genuinely triggering you guys to take action and side with people that you don't agree with, then you should probably engage in some introspection and try to figure out why you're so easily turned to the other side.
It's the internet, dude. There's trolls everywhere. It's no different than like the other day I saw this streamer get so pissed off that he banned Come On Brah and Try Hard.
Oh, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, Clint. We're going to get there, Clint. We're going to talk about that.
That's what I'm saying. Don't give it reactions and it will cease to exist.
Exactly.
Like, we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Hasan, as soon as your political message comes from like a stance of love, your channel will grow. But your channel...
It's just the more upset and up in arms you get about things, the less people take it seriously.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Like, it's really
I'm not
polarizing.
arguing with what you're saying at all, Hasan. I agree with what you're saying.
I think that they should have the parade. It's fucking hilarious.
We get it. You don't want the parade.
That's the problem, though. It's not about whether they should have it. It's about not calling it fucking hilarious. We're arguing about two separate things.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You're encouraging that kind of shit.
For example, not saying that it's the same, but historically the KKK has held many different walks to talk about how miscegenation
KKK, you just went to another
race mixing is somehow affecting them.
You just went to
belittle them
Hasan, you just went to the KKK. You always need to go to extreme.
It's an analogy, John, for people to understand how it works. That's precisely why I followed up.
Another thing,
Hasan, the straight pride parade is the KKK.
Hasan, Hasan, hold on.
Wait, did the straight pride people have costumes?
I think you guys are thinking way too
I'm confused.
Oh my
Do you not understand how an analogy works, Jonzherka?
I do. Can I explain to you? Okay, Hasan, growing up in my minority group of friends, I would always hear crazy shit like, oh, when the white kid would get left out in PE class, they'd say, white people have no culture. What is your culture? McDonald's? And I'd address it. I would say, what are you talking about? Beethoven is their culture. And I would, educate them. They do get bullied. They do get bullied.
You bully white people more than
I bully everyone.
You probably made up that fucking no culture McDonald's joke.
What?
Yeah,
Stop acting like it was your
not only did you use an anecdote,
of course
also made it up, which is weird.
Whoa,
At least I was giving a historical example.
You think I made up that white people are being bullied in all around America right now?
Guys.
Raynette, I have a question.
I'm telling you once again, there is no. Sorry, Emmy, go ahead. My bad.
Rika, do you think we should have a White History Month?
Yeah, my perspective is
hold on.
Shit, but if some group of people decides to make a White History Month, our
But what's the
response
purpose,
should not be to mock it,
Well,
because
it
then
should
it
be
just
to
divides
mock it.
people more.
Because that kind of-
but let me tell you something.
that kind of
In order to
attention,
create
that
change
kind
in
of-
America or anywhere in the world, you can't take this confrontational approach of like what they're doing is stupid and ridiculous. Let them have their silly fucking thing. Because as soon as you take that stance,
Wait, why are you saying that they're silly? Hold on, Raina.
I think I get what
He's
you're
quoting you.
saying.
He's
quoting you, Hasan.
So he's mimicking you, Hasan.
I would love to just like finish a sentence without getting talked over. For one thought.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
finish
ahead.
it.
Sorry.
No, I've got nothing more to say. I'm not gonna fucking repeat myself.
Well,
I'm
okay,
good.
we have somebody's tweeting at me on Twitter and saying that I'm going to audition for your show as the only gay smart one. I'm sick of Hasan speaking bullshit and stretching. And they want
people know a lot about stretching.
They want to they want to come on and talk about it. And I do think we should probably get a gay perspective in here since nobody here is
I think the fundamental problem is like Hasan and I are arguing very strongly for two very separate things. Like I don't disagree with anything that he's saying, and I feel like my side of it isn't even being listened to. That's why I'm annoyed.
Go ahead. I apologize for not listening to you. Please, I would love to hear your perspective.
I'm just saying that like what you're saying is not wrong, and I actually agree with it. I'm saying that you should think about how you're saying it, because when you try to belittle groups that do stupid shit like those parades, you make them even more divided, and you kind of encourage them to do it because you're making them feel validated that they're this victim. And if you actually want to elicit change, you need to kind of like understand where they're coming from and try to engage with them in a way that's not confrontational.
I do that as well, but if something is hilarious, we should allow them to do it, and that's my perspective. And if they actually have a problem with my perspective, I'm willing and able to talk to these people. There are plenty of people in my chat that only months ago were watching alt-right motherfuckers on the internet who have converted and who have actually looked at a different side, a different perspective for the first time ever. I do this every single day. Destiny does this as well. He probably does an even better job than I do when it comes to converting people from
Hasan, they only agree with you because they want to
alt-right ideals.
Hasan, you're speaking in absolutes again, though, buddy. We're not saying you're all bad or all good or anything like that. What we're saying is if you just chill out a little bit.
That SJWs do all the time.
If you chill out a little bit, you won't get near the reactions from the trolls.
But I don't need.
When I first came onto this show, but you do, because when I first came on this show, they all said if you want to do good on this show, just piss Hasan off, and it was so easy to do. Like it was so easy to do.
You need to like you notice how Destiny he realizes someone's trolling and he ignores them completely and they're absolutely shut down.
Right, I don't think Reina is trolling. Right, yo. Seriously, there's a different way that I engage with someone like Wes and a different way that I engage with someone like Reynad, and I want to make sure that he understands my position and all the people that are listening in understand my position clearly and why I do the things that I do, which is why I'm taking him seriously. I don't think he's trolling. I don't think he's trolling at all. I think he's genuine.
Guys, and no matter how much I disagree with Hasan, you guys are kind of triple teaming him. Relax.
Is there anybody that agrees with Hasan?
I can take it. I'm perfectly comfortable with it. If you guys want to.
I agree with where Hasan.
Well, I'd rather hear
one from, but I agree with where Reynad's coming from too. Whenever you disagree with somebody, a way to make them see your reasoning isn't to make them feel even more stupid. That's just going to drive them into their dumb reasoning even more, right? That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I watched a documentary on flat earthers, and this is exactly the conclusion everyone came to.
You're not a flat earther, John.
Every time I'm not here, Raj, why the fuck do you do this? You trigger the fuck out of me. You know that? I know you
Destiny,
do
hold on just a second. I'm going to call you. Can I call you out right now? Hold on. I invited you to my podcast, and you declined me, but you fucking come to my show whenever you feel like. You never.
Because when I'm here, Raj, the topics are: what do you think about the fact that McDonald's is putting fucking 3 patties on their burger instead of 2? That's the topic. And then when I'm not here, that's 100% the case, Raj.
The last 3 streams, Royale podcast, I've been listening to what you've been saying, and last 3 Royale podcasts, I've been creating better topics. In the last 3, you've shown up. Every time you've shown up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be here next week, Raj. Okay?
Yeah, I know, and it's Sunday next week, by the way, instead of Saturday. I'm doing it on Sunday. I don't know if you can make that, but
yeah, no problem.
Okay, anyway, but what did you want to say, Destiny? What did you want to come up and bring
things
up?
like Black Lives Matter and straight protests, okay, these aren't like whatever, you can call them for fun or whatever you want, but these are basically counter protests. I don't know if people understand that or not, right? Like the reason why you have a straight pride like parade or whatever is to say fuck you to gay pride parades, right? Nobody in society is demonized for being fucking straight, except for like if you get your feelings hurt on Twitter, okay? Nobody's dragged through the streets and fucking killed for being straight. Nobody's killed for being fucking white by a police officer. The reason why you have these other protests is to counter protest the other ones. So I mean, like you can say like, oh well, it's just fun and blah blah blah, and that's fine, but like you still have to recognize it for what it is. That's all I got.
See, that's
thank you, Destiny.
You don't need to be demonized to hold a parade.
Everyone on this podcast agrees with it.
No, I disagree.
And recognizing in what it is, shouldn't we damn it then?
No, but I disagree.
It's fucking awful.
You encourage it by damning it, is what I'm saying. I'm saying the 200 IQ play is
ignoring it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
what Reynard is trying to say is it's a pendulum. You are encouraging it.
This is demonstrably false. The reason the first Unite the Right rally that occurred 2 years ago had massive attendance, and people like a counter protester actually died in the hands of a neo-Nazi. Okay, that traveled from thousands of miles away. Then the second Unite the Right rally in the same
John, shut your window.
year later had almost no attendance whatsoever because of the anti-fascist protesters, because of the counter movement against it, to show that showed these people that it was unacceptable to have this sort of fucking Nazi rally.
Because they're afraid of violent retaliation.
Protests do exist, and they are very successful, and that's precisely why people do go out and fight back against these sorts of like.
If you threaten people with violence, they won't hold a protest. No shit.
It literally never existed until the other was brought up. So I mean,
well, I mean, the negative is the counter protest. So we need a counter protest to the counter protest. Because in your example, the protest were the bad people, and then the good people arguably are trying to counter protest. But here, the people who aren't trying to be bad, and then everyone's trying to make a joke about being gay or whatever it is, the white lives matter shit. They're the counter protesters are the negative side. So you need a counter protest to the counter protest.
Basically, Hasan, your stance is not proactive; it's actually reactive, and you know you're gonna see a lot of conflict doing it your way.
Guys, all matter of politics is about conflict. It's two conflicting opinions fighting against one another.
But we need to have to. We need to be able to have
I happen to side with the side that says, "Hey, it's
what about Antifa?
Let gay people chill and bring awareness to their existence, so that people are not people like those in Alabama who are triggered by a fucking child cartoon having a gay marriage will." Understand that like it's okay, you know, these are just regular fucking people existing alongside of us. And then those who are like, no, it's not okay, actually, here's my reactionary counter protest to that.
I'm gonna have to can I play the devil's advocate? Okay, but the left there are probably numerous instances where the left gets triggered and they decide to take a situation and put it in the context, and then it comes out later that it was completely false and untrue. Because they're looking for a reason to get triggered. I honestly feel that the left is looking for a reason to get triggered, and the right is getting triggered as a response to the overreactive left. That's what I feel.
Don't you think that the right actually gets triggered by nonsensical shit like Obama being black and stuff? Like the entirety of the Tea Party movement was predicated upon having a black president. The entire birther movement was the same thing, like, oh, our first black president wasn't born here, and they advocated for that message. And that's precisely how the right does things as well. At least sides with the left, it's usually a message that people can agree with. That
I feel like this is why centrism was born.
Homosexuals for being
both
gay.
Sides are so fucking. They get too much on one thing, and then like it's proven wrong, but they're still so fucking like extremist about it. And that's like the whole reason centrism came about. Is because both sides have these negative people or negative sides where it goes too far.
It's like the Gillette ad. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Raj.
All right, hey, look. Can you guys hold your thoughts? We have to vote. We have to eliminate somebody. All right, here we go.
I'm so confused by this.
Can you hold your thought, Hasan?
It's all a matter of what
can you hold your thought
or what you disagree with, right?
Hold your thought.
What's the problem
Hasan.
here? Like when there's a pride parade, which by the way is overblown woke capitalism bullshit. What?
All right,
can you hold your thought real quick while we vote?
Raj, can you wait? Can you bring the gay perspective before?
The gay perspective is has to go to work. All right.
Raj, aren't you the gay?
I mean, I could give my perspective, but I'm the host. All right.
About centrism and stuff, don't you think that if everyone was like that, though, nothing would ever get done ever?
No, because centrism is like having thoughts on both edges. It's not like aligning yourself with one political party.
Centrism is literally a compromise, isn't it? Kind of.
It's middle ground. It's having beliefs based on different
Holy
things, but
shit.
it seems like centrists are the ones who never go to these extremes that the hard right and the hard left do.
Poor West,
so
man.
Of course
He's just
you're gonna
not
change.
popular in these polls.
I do better when I play the retard character, but sometimes I just like having conversations.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Are you telling me this is not the retard character?
Good one, John.
Go ahead and vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Vote for who you want to keep, not kick.
And Raj, what rhymes with Mitch?
I don't know.
Cocaine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think the chat knows.
Go ahead and vote for who you want to keep, not kick. All right. Okay. The poll is voting. People are voting right now. By the way, chat, I have a secret surprise for you. Yes, I have a surprise for everybody. It's a great surprise. It's a fantastic surprise. It is in the form of something that rhymes with ditch.
Twitch. Lime.
Glime.
Mitch Jones is coming on the.
Glime is not
called Twitch Prime, and it's free. It's a gift from me to you, to me. Go ahead and use it today. It's free. Come on, just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. Thank you, respectable white male, for subscribing. He just used his Prime on my chat. Thank you very much, respectable white male. Thank you.
Raj, is it true you're hosting me after I win the show?
If you win the show, yes, we will host you. Yeah, sure. But you have to win. Raynad won the last round. It's not looking good for you, Jonzherka, who got 12% of the vote. Raynad getting 22% of the vote. In the bottom two is Caseytron and Clint1717. Raynad, you have to make a decision.
Oh man.
Between the two of them.
I like both of them though. I don't want to vote either one.
Thank you very much, Django Fett.
It's okay.
I've known Caseytron on Twitch for like 5 years. And, like, on the other hand, I'm also a really big fan of Duck Dynasty. So.
Well, Clint, make a case for yourself. I mean, you can make a case for yourself.
I'm a pretty cool dude. I don't know anything about duck hunting or anything like that, but if you want to hang out sometime, Raynad, $20 and I'll be your friend, dude.
All right.
Nilok, thank you for subbing. Go ahead.
All right.
Raynad,
Hasan's won me over in light of in light of the recent argument. I can't let the patriarchy win again. We gotta let Clint go. I'm sorry, man.
That's fair enough.
Clint, thank you
Now
so
they're
much
just
for
gonna hate me more.
Clint, thank you so much for coming on, Clint. Unfortunately, you got eliminated. Go ahead and shout out your channel, Clint.
My channel is Clint1717.
Thank you, Clint. Appreciate it, man. I'm surprised you didn't
Are we
make it this
fucking or
far.
what?
You got $20?
Okay.
Oh.
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like 100%. Like I put all this work in. I put a bunch of illegal substances into my body. Casey, you're gorgeous in a certain sense, but I'm past the gas station phase of my life. You know what I mean? I'm under the Buffalo Wild Wings phase.
That's just hurtful. I could work at Buffalo Wild Wings. I could go get there a fucking job right now.
I really highly doubt that.
Clint would take a shot.
I could get a job at Buffalo Wild Wings right fucking now. I'll call on the phone. I know somebody who works at my local one. I could get on there.
Okay, can I go now? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have any chew. I gotta go to the gas station.
All right, thank you. Bye, Clint. Take care. Thank you. All right, give it up for Clint. All right, thank you. All right, congratulations, gentlemen. You made it this far. Anyway,
What an interesting show, Raj Patel.
Thank you very much, Jonzherka. I appreciate it.
That's John Viral Zerka to you, bitch.
Thank you, John. Okay, so does anybody else want to chime in on that, or are we pretty much exhausted that one?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, so, well, I want to know, can you be racist towards white people?
Yes.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah. You can hate any group of people.
There's
Doesn't
no-
matter if they're the fucking majority.
Well, okay, I want to go back to a point, and Itssliker, I don't want to put you on the spot. There was, well, okay. For example, if you came up and said, I don't like white people, right? And nobody would hold you accountable for that. So, but if you were to say the opposite for any other minority, you would be probably held accountable for that. So the question is it okay to be racist towards white people?
No.
No.
Okay.
You should be held accountable to the same standard.
I'm gonna pull a Hasan here real fast. I'm gonna get real extreme with it. So if someone that wasn't white could perform some hate crime against people that were white, only white people, would we still call it a hate crime? Or would it just be a murder or a killing? It would be a fucking hate crime if he's targeting white people. So it is a hate crime,
has nothing to do with the race of the people. It has to do with the motivation, explicitly.
No, if you hate this group of people, therefore it is a hate crime. You go on a mass shooting against these people because you hate this group of people.
I just said the motivation. Okay, if I go out and...
So you can, that's what I'm arguing, is that you can be racist to white people, just like you can be racist to any group of people.
Yeah, but your entire example is, if I kill a black person, that isn't a hate crime. It has to be motivated by their race. Do you understand that?
Yes, yeah, you're right. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. The guy is targeting a specific group of people.
Yes, then that would be a hate crime.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Then obviously you can hate a group of people. Doesn't matter if they're white, black, Asian. Doesn't matter. So you can be racist to white people.
Raj, if you
I don't know. If Methodjosh. Never mind.
Go ahead, baby.
I was just gonna say, if Methodjosh killed a black person right now, it might be a hate crime.
Okay.
Well, it would depend on my motivation.
Hey, come on. Let's not go there.
Because of your hair.
Hey, come on.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's say let's not. Casey, let's not go there.
The joke. Yeah,
Casey, let's not go there.
All right.
We shouldn't go there.
Well, Raj, if you look at if you look at just human nature, if you strip people of all colors, they'll always find a way to divide. They'll start doing it in class systems, economic systems. They'll always find a way to divide. And a lot of people, hate white people. It's possible.
Okay. No, the thing is, I don't think white people take anything to offense. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm not offended whenever you make.
I take offense to being fucking murdered.
Go ahead. Let him finish.
The white people are the ones that created racism. And do not say no to that.
That's not true. It's some heavy historical. That's not true. This is some heavy historical. You can't believe that for a second.
That's an asinine claim.
Hold on.
I am correct. Okay.
Okay.
We are the ones that introduce white people.
And any time in Asia.
Do you want me to describe this really quickly?
Can Slicker finish his thought first?
Whiteness has economic motivations, okay?
Hassan, excuse me. Can Slicker finish his thought?
It's fine.
Go ahead, Hassan. Fine, go ahead.
Go ahead, Slicker. No, it's fine.
I mean, I know he's not very. I know maybe he doesn't say the brightest of things all the time, but he should be able to talk and finish his thoughts. All right, go on. Go ahead and finish your thought. Go ahead, finish your thought, Slicker. If not, go ahead, Hassan, please.
Okay, so it's the white people are the ones that invented slavery. Right? Okay? And they are the ones that caught...
Not right.
That's not right. Of course that's right. Man, look at the Egyptians. Let me tell
you. Did we invent gravity as well?
Let me say
it's a concept. You don't invent the fucking concept.
The white people are the ones that forced the black people to build the pyramids in Egypt, yes?
Oh, there's no way.
Do you know?
There's no way he's stupid.
No, that is actually...
Egyptians aren't even white, Slicker.
You idiot! Well, it doesn't mean that. Let me say something. Why these guys are stupid.
Egypt, the country, is in what continent?
England took over. Is it 70% of the world or something? England.
Racism existed 10,000 years before England.
they were in Egypt forcing people to do that. And do you know who the white people were? It was
no way.
The pyramids were built.
When do you think the pyramids were built? When do you think that happened?
It was the Israelis, which they're white. Okay, Israelis are white people.
Okay, Slicker, you gotta stop. All right, Slicker. All right,
wait,
stop talking.
Why? What's up?
Literally stop talking. You're never gonna get partnered.
Slicker, do you think the pyramids were made before or after Christopher Columbus?
I don't know.
Let Hasan go now. Go ahead.
I was only joking, chat. I was only joking.
Whiteness is an ever-changing and ever-expanding concept. Okay, whiteness is a concept created by whatever the leading dominant group of white people were at the time that have created this concept, a concept of exclusion. Now, the reason for why they did this was, and this is historical, what I'm referencing right now is actually throughout history, to justify the slavery of Africans and make them seem like they were not human and that they were lesser. There's actual legislation that goes along with this. The one-drop rule in America throughout time has defined anyone that is ever race mixed with whatever the dominant white group is as non-white. The reason why people don't think that Barack Obama is a white president, even though he is half white, is because of that concept of exclusion. You don't say Barack Obama was a white president, you say he's the first black president, right? Now, whiteness as a concept has changed throughout time. For example, when America was first founded, the only groups that were considered white were the Anglo-Saxons, and the Germans and Italians were not considered white. They greatly expanded on that to include Slavic people, which were not deemed white at a certain point, to Irish people, which were not deemed white at a certain point. And now even Hispanic people are considered white in America, and Jews as well, if you ask non-Nazis. So the point I'm trying to make is that like whiteness as a concept in and of itself is built with very specific economic motivations to exclude other people so that you can justify the kinds of things that you can do to those other groups of people by making it seem that they are not pure or they're impure or that they're not even human.
Yeah.
Okay, and none of that changes that you can still be racist to people with any color skin, whatever group, like classification.
Yeah, I just
white,
don't know
non-white. That was a completely irrelevant discussion.
Okay.
Informative though, thank you.
Irrelevant.
Destiny's back.
I just
hold on. The concept of
I have to guide the discussion.
Time, and it's a completely made up concept. And the
are you saying that
what
there's a
about
group
black
of people
culture,
that you can't
or what
be
about
racist
blackness is the reason for why we have a black culture, quote unquote black culture, here in America or in other nations like Western nations, is because of slavery, because these people don't have an ethnicity that they can point back to. They don't know where they came from. That's why they had to build a new collective identity for themselves. And that is the main difference between white culture and black culture.
Yeah.
And why black culture is
we're not
for the most part.
Destiny, get in here.
I just have a question.
Well, actually, no. I'm sorry, Raina, go ahead.
People you can't be racist against. Do you think there's a group of people that you cannot be racist against?
No, I think you can be
Dead people.
Against white people for sure. Yeah, but I'm looking at this from a consequentialist perspective. Like, what are the damaging elements of being discriminatory towards white people? Are there like a bunch of like non-white owned businesses that specifically say no whites allowed, no whites ever allowed? But I can point to many times throughout history where that discrimination has existed. I can point to our criminal justice system that still purposefully through legal means excludes people of color or properly persecutes people of color by virtue of just being black or by virtue of just being Latino or brown.
But Hasan, wouldn't you agree that all humans compete for conquest, and whoever happens to be there would get, like there's no way you believe, Hasan, that you can't be racist towards white people. There's no way. You keep changing the word.
Okay, wait.
You keep changing the word to
yeah, just answer the question. Can you be racist to white people or not?
If there was
I just want to know if there's a reason.
If there was a majority nation of non-whites that dominated that nation.
How about no if?
Hold on. Yeah, but so if in any
excluded white people, then in that hypothetical scenario, I would consider that racism.
Okay, but so you can't be racist towards the majority?
No, you can still be racist towards the majority. There are plenty of, maybe not racist, but you can still be discriminatory towards the majority.
You can't be racist towards the majority.
So just because the white is the most amount,
minority ethnic group, they consistently vilify and persecute and even murder.
I know, but Hasan,
for example, under Saddam Hussein, for example.
Hasan, that was the best straw man you've ever built so far. But let's cut the fat.
I don't think you know what straw man is. Keep repeating that word over and over again, dog.
All right, would you want to answer the question this time? Can you be racist towards white people?
Yes.
I'm giving you the definition. I said, well, technically yes, but I'm also explaining to you that it's not as simple as people think it is. It's not like, oh yeah, fuck white people, that's racist or whatever like that. Or when people talk about like Mayocide or white genocide, for example, which is a completely made up concept.
I'm Albanian.
Wait, they call white genocide Mayocide?
Zerka loves that.
Mayocide or white genocide is a completely made up concept created by racist people who exactly the reason why I built the foundation of the argument by talking about how whiteness is a concept built upon exclusion is because I knew that it
white
would
people like
get to this
point.
Being prejudiced does not equal being racist.
That race mixing is actually displacing white people because they care about whiteness. Whiteness is not something that you should be caring about at all. And if black people were not marginalized, they wouldn't care about blackness as a concept either.
Okay, everyone go buy Hasan's book, Raina.
There's a difference between being prejudiced and being racist.
I want to hear Raina's, Emia.
Yeah, I don't know if I even disagree with Hasan or agree because I'm having a hard time like understanding the point. So I don't really know what to argue for. In my opinion, you can be racist against white people, just like you can be racist against any minority or any race. And I think that white people definitely did not invent racism. I think, a lot of us are looking at it from an American perspective, but like if you zoom out, like at the end of the day, we're monkeys that were built to live in like little 20-person tribes. And we always thought that our tribe was cooler than the next tribe. And, for a long time, the entire economy and social structure of a lot of civilization was built on slavery, and that was in a lot of countries and areas without white people at all. And if Hasan's point, and again, this might not be your point, I might be misinterpreting it, but if you think that it's impossible to be racist against the majority ruling class, then I would disagree with that pretty strongly, right? I would point to literally any time in Southeast Asia that the various countries invaded each other.
How you can be racist even if you are in the minority ruling class towards the majority.
Well, if you're in the minority oppressed class, can you be racist to the ruling majority?
I think, there are two different types of racism that people talk about, and they often get conflated, okay? So the question is, can you be racist towards majority people? Under the definition that we typically work with, I guess I don't want to say in academia or sociologically, we would say no. Minority people can't usually exercise any sort of oppressive racism towards the majority of people. And the reason why is because we consider racism to be prejudice plus power. If every black person in the United States today was fuck white people, it wouldn't really affect us much because white people are more socioeconomically privileged, because we own more businesses, we have more representation in Congress, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas if you're a majority power person and you can be oppressive towards a minority class person, by virtue of them being minority class, by that virtue alone, they're already typically disadvantaged in American society. So when we say can somebody be racist against somebody under I guess the common vernacular of could somebody hate somebody because of their skin color? Of course, anybody can do that. But when we start analyzing society, we look at meaningful demonstrations of racism. So for instance, the criminal justice system or economic disadvantages, right? In these ways, minority people can't really exercise racism against majority people because they don't really have the status or the power in society in order to do so.
I vote for Destiny.
It's I wish Destiny could just come in at the beginning and give us the right answer right away instead of making us wait.
So we didn't have to list a fucking Hasan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel
we have the cheat sheet right here.
Honestly,
it's funny because the only way
it's such a fucking retarded thing to say. I'm sorry, but if you can't comprehend the fucking shit that I'm saying, it's on you. Okay, I'm doing as best as I'm doing.
Wes.
You said the R word.
He literally said the exact same thing that I just said. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
You can say retard on Twitch. Shut up and says it all the time.
Fuck Twitch then.
No, wait, relax. Hey, come on now, Wes. Let's be nice.
Wait, what did I do?
Well, look.
I was just joking. I don't know, make jokes without people taking it so seriously.
Why I use prejudice or discrimination over racism is because, again, like Destiny mentioned, that I padded up with legislative background information.
So do you want my actual answer?
You can't have fucking power.
Even though I get you think I'm stupid, what I was trying to say is that because all arguments are based on your definition. So what he did is he laid out the two definitions and why they're different, and then he explained why one yes and one no. Right. If you would have done that from the beginning, I would have understood 100%. But the first thing you did is start jumping in.
No, you wouldn't have, because it's me talking. That's
not true.
Try it next time.
I swear to God, I don't dislike you. I don't just ignore everything you say because I think you're a communist or whatever. I agree with you on a lot of points, man.
I think the idea that a minority likes power is ridiculous.
Can I ask Destiny something?
He's muted.
I agree with you,
What's up? I'm here. What do you want?
Yeah. So like you gave us the two examples. If we just stuck to the individual, right, not the community, just the individual, can they be racist to the ruling class?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
That was the original question.
Whenever people make fun of how white people like mayonnaise, is that racism?
I think that's called stereotyping.
Fuck mayonnaise.
Okay, I was just making sure.
I think everybody likes mayonnaise.
Because I think I've experienced racism.
Mayonnaise is fucking
okay.
disgusting.
I'll tell you one thing. It's time to vote again. It is the end of the round. It is time to vote. The rounds are going to get increasingly smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, just 1 second. We got the poll here. Go ahead and vote, chat, for who you want to keep, not kick. I put Destiny in the poll. Just kidding. All right. Go ahead and vote who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick.
Dude, don't fucking ask me to be on if this is the shit that you're going to pull, Raj. Like, seriously.
What did I pull?
What?
What did I pull?
Oh, put Destiny in the chat. Fucking have Destiny on.
I didn't put Destiny in the poll. He's not in the poll. I was joking. He's not in the poll.
I know he's not in the fucking poll, dipshit. I'm saying that it's pissing me off because you're devaluing my perspective, which is ongoing.
No, that had nothing to do
fucking chat.
Hasan,
and also with the people talking to right now.
Hasan, that had nothing. I was just saying because Destiny came into the show late after I tried to get him on the show.
95% of your fucking Discord is like Hasan is so dumb. Hasan is so dumb.
Look, relax,
95% of the fucking chat is like Hasan is so stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna get fucking triggered
Everyone
after a while.
Says look,
don't even read chat. You know that fucking
hold on.
Yeah, but it's not just the chat.
Hasan, relax.
Every fucking guest on this podcast doing the exact same bullshit.
Hasan, Look, I said to
and then it's like, oh, why are you triggered? I'm a fucking human being, dog.
look,
if there are 20,000 people who are saying I'm retarded, obviously I'm gonna get pissed after a
Hassan,
while.
look, I said I was gonna put Destiny in the poll because
especially by people who are dumber than me on this subject.
Okay, all right.
You're in the lead.
The reason I put you're winning the round, by the way. The reason
if I'm winning this fucking round, dude.
The reason
I'm
why
losing my fucking hair follicles by the second because I literally have to sit here every fucking day and explain the same insanely easy to understand concepts over and over, and then literally the counterpoint is, well, what if you say male? Does that mean you're racist? Like all of a sudden everyone's
Hassan,
like, Omega lol, yes.
Hassan, why do you do it then?
Obviously, it's just a joke.
Relax.
Then it expands to people's real lives, and it actually contributes to people voting for fucking assholes like Donald Trump. That's why I'm pissed off.
Okay,
getting anxious.
Hassan, look. Hold on, wait, Hassan, relax, dude.
Okay.
Hold on. The reason I said I was going to put Destiny in the poll had nothing to do with him coming in and people agreeing with his perspective. It had everything to do with the fact that I tried to get Destiny on the show earlier, and he comes in and brings in his perspective. It has nothing to do with undermining your opinion at all. And I don't know what
this gigantic Sisyphean fucking hurdle, this massive boulder that I need to fucking push up a hill every goddamn day.
I don't know what that word means.
And only to be undercut. So if you're gonna ask me to be on your fucking show, don't treat me like absolute dog shit when I'm being serious about what the fuck I'm talking about.
I didn't treat you like dog shit. What did I say that treated you like dog shit? I really would like you to enlighten me on that. I haven't treated you like dog shit at all. I told you it had nothing to do with me undermining your opinion at all. I had nothing to do with that at all. I didn't say I'm going to put Destiny in the poll because Hassan's opinion was shit. I said I was going to put Destiny in the poll because he keeps coming in and giving his opinion on different subjects. I love having you on my show. I would never do that. I don't know why you're accusing me of doing that.
I'm a big fan, Hassan.
All right. Anyway, Hassan, you won the round, and you need to choose to eliminate between Casey Tron and Wes.
I don't fucking know. I don't give a shit. Whoever has the lowest vote.
Wes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Wes. You've been eliminated from the show.
No.
Kurt, thank you, Wes, for coming on. I appreciate it. Go ahead and shout out your channel, Wes.
Wes BTW. What's my Twitter, Raj? I keep forgetting.
Twitter.com/IForgot. Thank you, Wes.
Oh, fuck.
I actually don't remember your Twitter. What you could
Wes BTW1. Love you, Hassan.
All right. Well, this is got a little.
Well, I'm glad he's gone.
The vibes are off.
Listen, that was good acting, man. Holy shit.
It wasn't
Give
good
this guy a
acting.
clap, man. Holy shit.
Come on. Clearly, yeah. Come on. Let's just,
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, losing hair follicles isn't so bad.
No.
Look at me.
Guys, come on. Let's.
Yeah, I do want to say that.
When I ask like clarifying questions and stuff, I don't mean it. I don't mean it to sound like I'm devaluing your opinion or being confrontational. It's just like before I argue about stuff, I want to like clarify what it is we're actually arguing about. And kind of
I'm taking you seriously, Raynette. I wasn't like
I wasn't
dealing with you as you were a
I want to
troll.
make sure I understood it right.
Raynette's just always had a way of coming off like a dick. It's true.
That's true.
It's true.
That's why I'm taking him seriously and having like trying to have a normal conversation with him. And I'm not dealing with him as though he's a fucking troll or whatever.
I just don't understand why you thought that I was putting Destiny in the poll as some reason to take a shot at you. I don't understand that.
I think Zuko's trying to talk to you, but he's not on the channel or he's muted or something.
Look, dude. Over and over again. I make a fucking long-winded point because I know that people don't have like the same kind of education to fully comprehend exactly what I'm about to say. And then Destiny comes in and summarizes the same point that I made. By acting on top of that. It's like someone fucking unscrewing a cap all the way to the end and then him popping it open and then everyone will be like, oh, it's great.
Look,
and Destiny is brilliant and he's definitely a more effective orator than myself. But if it's an ongoing thing over and over again where everyone's like, Hasan is so fucking dumb, Hasan is so stupid, Hasan is such a fucking commie, then I don't need to be here. I don't need to fucking bust my ass every goddamn day.
I apologize if that's what I made you feel, but that's not. Do you understand? That's not what my intention was when I said that. It had nothing to.
It's whatever. It's okay. Let's just keep going.
But what? But no. Let's hash it out. If that's what you feel, I want to know how you feel.
Let's get all the feelings out.
No, I'm done. I'm done. You guys are right.
No,
I was overreacting.
Okay, all right. Look, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do it. It had everything. Destiny, are you there?
Look, dude, Destiny's entire fucking fan base is already triggering the shit out of me more than anyone else could, where they're like, maybe if you try to get to the point. Like, these people who cannot actually even be in front of another human being in person and deliver their perspective are fucking sitting in backseat driving in the fucking background, and nothing pisses me off more than this, and they know this already, and they keep prodding on it over and over and over and over again, and me even describing this, and me having a fucking honest moment in front of 20,000 people is, of course, the worst thing that I could possibly do, because everyone, when they get into a fucking group like this on Twitch, actually become animals, okay? They behave like fucking barbarians. And they're doing it. It's incredibly vicious. And if the tables were ever turned, and if they were singled out in a similar fashion, they would fucking cry. They would not just lose it or get angry or try to fucking maintain their composure, but they would fucking lose their goddamn minds.
I completely agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, I agree too. No, I agree.
Kind of my side. I'm literally happy I'm not part of like political debates. Holy shit! Is
Go
this
on,
what
Raynad.
happens?
Go on, Raynad.
Yeah, if there's nothing worse than like feeling personally attacked by 20,000 people at once. It's a shitty feeling for anybody, and like I would lash out too in your position.
Me too.
Like one thing I would think about is like you have two options. Like you can either work on improving the skill of articulating your correct idea in a way that, you know, these 50 IQ like vegetables understand, or you can like not be involved at all, right? Like if it's been a consistent problem, then like it's probably a skill you got to work on, or at least like those points that you regularly make every time should be articulated in a different way. Because clearly there's a way that Destiny's doing it that they understand, but then the way you're doing it, even though it's the same point, they're not following.
Dude,
so I think you just have to like try to improve. Like,
Hasan, and I have to, and I also want to echo what he's saying. What you say, and it might sound like a lot of times your message isn't getting delivered effectively, but for me personally, I have become a radical leftist since I've been listening. Like I've been now I'm Martin. Like I mean that in a joking way, but seriously, you've enlightened my political perspective, and because of what I've learned from your stream, and I think that a lot of people feel the same way because you continue to in the arena of ideas, you continue to win these rounds. So I think that what you're doing is actually a good thing.
There's one other thing that I learned this from casting esports events is like nobody ever, especially like the dumber the person is, this is even truer. Nobody ever remembers what you said. They only remember how you made them feel. It's like the tone is almost more important than the content, especially when you're talking about like a giant school of fish that are like spamming emotes and stuff. So it's just stuff to keep in mind when you're trying to like get a point across. Like,
and guys, I can lighten the mood with a knock knock joke. Knock knock, Raj.
Who's there?
Josh's hair.
Josh's hair who?
Josh's hair is missing. Call the fucking police.
All right.
Good one, John.
All
right. I hope you burn.
Destiny, you're echoing.
Hey, I got another one. Knock knock.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Slicker's hair.
Okay. All right. Anyway. Well, we can move on to the next topic and say that.
Oh, that's a good one. I miss Mitch. I miss Mitch.
Destiny, you're echoing. Hello?
Am I still echoing? Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. But anyway,
now it is?
No, not really anymore. The next topic we could bring up is the come on bruh emote and the try hard emote. Recently, there was an incident that happened. It's going over Reddit right now. There was an incident that happened within World of Warcraft, and Josh, I am not extremely familiar with the game. I think you're a little bit more familiar with the game itself. So what I wanted to cover is that there was a particular NPC that has a. You're still echoing, Destiny.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, just echo. Actually, is that Destiny?
It's not Destiny.
It's Tommy. Fuck you, Raj.
It's Casey Tron.
No.
Who is it?
It's Casey! It's Emya's empty skull.
Echo.
Hassan. It's Hassan.
I think it might be Hasan. That's all right. All right. Okay, that's okay. He can echo. All right. I think it was John actually.
Huh?
So there's a particular. Wait, was it? Wait, hold on. Somebody said it was disproved.
No, I can explain the situation.
Yeah, because I'm not from WoW and I don't know the NPC and I don't want to misspeak. I did read about it, but I don't want to misspeak.
There's like a race in the game called the Nagas, and they're just like water creatures. So it doesn't matter exactly. But this guy was doing a dungeon, and like this one streamer, Savex, and he said, you know, I shot the Naga, which in the context made complete sense. It wasn't anything bad or whatever. But then what happened is, you know, like someone clipped this because obviously, you know, they clip everything that sounds a little bit like whatever. It got posted in a bunch of other streams, and then some other streamers, when they ended their streams, came into his chat, hosted him, and spammed, you know, like shoot some Nagas and stuff. Like spammed it, went crazy, spam, come on, bro, try like hard, whatever, fuck. And they got banned for that. So the original context that he said it in, the Savex said it in, was completely fine. Like it made sense from the game. It wasn't, and he was just like talking as about the game. The other streamers got banned because they then went into his chat later, you know, and it clearly was a racial thing. Like they tried to defend it, they tried to make it seem like they were, but there's no real reason why you're going to talk about that. Like it's clearly baiting. You know, at a certain point, it's fucking obvious that it's baiting, and what the intent is, and I think that's really important. So then they went on Twitter and acted all fucking innocent, like, oh, we got banned for, you know, just talking about this in game, when like the chat logs speak for themselves. Like they went.
So wait, did chat logs actually come out against?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you go to Disguised Toast Twitter, he like has a screen cap of them there. That's the easiest way to find it, probably.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Twitch was not overreacting in this sense. In this instance?
I mean, it depends, dude. Like, if you're gonna say shoot some Nagas pog, like, and spam that, I think your intent's pretty clear when it's not actually related to anything in the game. It's related to a clip that happened a few hours ago. Like, why the fuck are you adding pog at the end? You're like, what are you trying to get at? I think it's pretty clear what the intent was there.
So what was there? Because I actually DM'd somebody on Twitter that got banned, and just out of curiosity, and their perspective is, if I could read their perspective, they said everything happened in a Twitch chat. Look up the VOD from the guy that said the clip. I think his name is Savex
Bro,
TV.
you don't have to go too far. Look at your own Twitch chat right now.
Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. So the question I wanted to bring up from it is if that's been squashed and he was being racist, I think that's a pretty much open and shut case. But is the emote itself, come on, bruh, or try hard, in the way that it's used on Twitch, is it racist? Is it ever used in a non-racist connotation? And if so, why doesn't? If it isn't, then why doesn't Twitch do something about it, or stop this, or do anything about it? Do you guys have anything to share?
I guess like Twitch can't really do anything about it, because it's like, what are they gonna do? Get rid of emotes of black people? Like, right? Like, what can they really do about it?
They
People
added
are
it.
gonna use it in shitty ways.
Not to be like that. So
Right.
People are using it. That's their own fault. I mean, if you correlate the word with the emote, I mean, that's your own fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's that you're the one being racist. You're the one making those kind of jokes. It's not Twitch's fault.
Yeah,
and,
but
and
you're
again, you can't do anything about it.
I think it's possible to have racial humor without.
You're enabling it just by having the emote available?
Well, in my eyes, yes.
No.
Itssliker's right.
So
We
you
should
think
just
they
remove
should
all
just get
black
rid of
people
it?
from Twitch.
Destiny, come on.
What the fuck?
Well, that's the implication. If you don't want the emotes, then you don't removing all emotes of people like, oh, black people, whatever.
Well, if we're gonna do that, might as well remove all the white emotes too.
I mean, I think the problem is more that Twitch's humor is really fucking basic. If someone says black on stream, come on, Pakistan. If someone says anything like Kekona gets spammed, you get the
People are
idea.
gonna find
Right?
anything funny.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not a streamer, you can pretty much say whatever you want, right? Like in a chat room, you can make jokes like that and not have any, repercussions from it besides like getting banned, right? Big deal. You're just a viewer. I mean, they can't like sit there and make sure that people can't have their own humor, right? I mean, you can, as a streamer, you can say, I don't want that on my channel and I don't want people in my chat to act like that, but Twitch as a whole can't say, like, I have to watch over everyone, right?
Do you think streamers are racist if they don't take action against that? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I never, like, I'm
If
pretty...
you allow racism in your chat, then yeah.
Is spamming an about racism?
No.
In this situation?
No.
Because, like, I've honestly never banned anyone for spamming come on, bro, and try out, even when they do it in a clearly racist context.
It's wrong that someone
Did I-
went in with that intent, though. Like people who know better, people who aren't just saying it as a joke. They were making more than just what the joke was.
No,
they were creating the joke.
People don't know better. Most people are idiots.
Those people were streamers. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, the people that got banned were.
Yeah, but we're
streaming.
talking about the more general thing now. Like the people who got banned, I think the case is pretty clear because they're saying, shoot some Nagas with Pog and shit like that. I think that's pretty clear. But in the more general case, like streamers that allow like Try Hard and Come On Bro to be spammed when they say anything that's like, anything that's kind of race baiting or whatever.
Well, Espen does that, and he calms them down by just saying relax. I mean, that happens to Miskiff when he ever says something, and then he just says smile. Like you can do things to make it so that they, get off of that topic.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the broadcaster responsibility to, if the emote is being used inappropriately in their chat, to remove it or get rid of it in some way, shape, or form? Because
people will just find a different way to say it.
Yeah, I know that's the dilemma that I've been faced with, is that I feel like it is used inappropriately most of the time. But removing it would cause people to come out and actually find creative ways to say horrible words. And
yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's making it more difficult. Look. And
then you get the people.
Mia, let him talk.
No, I know.
The way that "Come on, bro" and the try hard emote is currently used, and I think we can all attest to this, is just it's easy, low effort, edgy, fucking racist jokes for the most part. Oh, he said the word black. Come on, bro. The reason why I banned it in my own personal chat was because I was fucking bored of seeing the same awful bottom of the barrel, low effort fucking memes over and over and over again. And also speaking to other black Twitch viewers and whatnot, I know that from their experience, I know that that's something that they feel uncomfortable by. Like the consistent fucking usage of this emote in a similar fashion is
and it's being used right now. It's as we speak. It's being used right now.
Look at your chat.
Since banning the emotes from your chat, do you ever get people who come at you and say that you are the racist one because you're the one who thought of those jokes in the first place?
No. Also,
and that's why you banned them?
By the way, you know what happened after I banned it, and other bigger streamers than me have done it in the past as well? Nothing, okay? Everyone fucking forgot about it, even though Kotaku went and wrote an entire article about it for no reason whatsoever, okay? Everyone forgot about it, and guess what? The chat is a little bit better now. I want people to be more creative, and it's my chat, and I want that experience to be better for everyone, and I want that experience to be less painful for me. I don't want to fucking see the same shit joke over and over again.
Yeah, Raj?
Yeah, go on.
I think it's also a problem with capacity. A smaller chat, yeah, you can remove it, but when you reach to levels like Destiny, the bad apples always seep through, and I don't think Destiny should be held accountable for any of these stupid people, right?
I aggressively ban that kind of stuff in my chat, actually. I think they do.
But how can let's say like, for example, when Ariana Grande had her crazy fans, you can't control everything, can you, Destiny?
You can't control everything, but there's a difference between making a good faith effort towards banning people that engage in that behavior versus, you say oh, well, look at this, look at this clip of a gorilla and everybody spams "come on, bro," and you do that thing where you're like, oh, guys, stop, it's not funny. There's a huge difference between those two reactions, and you'll elicit different behaviors as a response.
Yeah, and I'm curious, which one is the "come on, bro" emote?
It's just I don't know who it is. It's a black guy doing a "come on, bro" face.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that's leaning.
Yeah.
The one in the chat right now?
Yeah.
Why don't we ban it? What the fuck?
Also, I think it's important to know, you can enable racist behavior without being racist. A lot of the times when you accuse someone of saying hey, you're enabling racist behavior, they instantly think, oh, well, hold on, I'm not racist, so that's not possible.
Well,
but the fact is,
sorry.
No, go ahead. You're on the show now.
People use the salt emote all the time to reference cocaine, right?
What?
Yeah, all the time. The salt emote. Like in Trainwreck's chat, that when they spam
it was sugar.
Salt or whatever?
I think it was
sugar,
PJ
salt,
sugar, yeah.
Sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, PJ sugar.
Well, what you think that's vilifying everyone who does cocaine? Then I mean, there's a different connotation associated with that.
As Trainwreck's lawyer, he does not do cocaine.
Okay. Let's take a vote again. The end of the round has come again. As I said, the rounds get progressively shorter as time goes on. Let's vote. Go ahead and vote for who you want to keep, not kick, in the chat. Then that person, the person with the most amount of votes, will eliminate the people with the lowest amount of votes.
I just want to appreciate how civil the conversation has gotten. We're making progress, guys. We're making progress.
Well, this always tends to happen. The less people there are, the easier it is to.
Well, that's the whole show. The whole show, it starts crazy and gets more intimate. Yeah, that's the whole point.
No, but usually when the show goes off rails, I've never seen it. We're back on track. I love it.
Actually, yeah, we did recover the best I've ever seen.
Very wholesome, John.
Yo, Raj.
Yeah, is that Andy?
Sorry to interrupt the show. I just want to tell you we're on for Thursday, okay?
Wait, what's? Wait, what are we doing Thursday? What? Hello? Andy?
He's trolling you.
Wait, because I'm actually going to be in LA on Thursday, Andy. I don't know. What are we doing on Thursday? Andy?
What's the next topic?
Well, hold on. We're voting. I don't know what we're doing on Thursday. Andy?
Down for you, Raj.
Andy, can you come back and explain? Because are you going to be in LA on Thursday? Because I'll be there. All right. I like your show.
Casey, kiss above you. Kiss above you.
What?
Yo.
Yo, Andy, was it? I'm gonna be in LA on Thursday. Are we doing something on Thursday?
Oh no, I was actually trolling you. But if you're gonna be there for a while, I'm getting back on Saturday night on the 15th.
Oh fuck! Oh, no, I won't be there. Damn it!
Okay.
You're missing the entire E3.
Yeah, I just had to stay in New York for another week. So
All right,
I'm trying to
okay.
get
All right,
apart
baby.
from here. But I love you guys.
Love you too. We'll get you on this podcast again soon. Do you want to come on? No?
Yeah, sure, fine, fuck it.
All right, cool. All right, Andy Milanakis. All right, let's see here. Hasan, you won the round again. But since you won the round, you cannot vote twice in a row. In the bottom two is Amia and Casey Tron, to be decided by Reynad, who got the second most amount of votes. You have to decide because Hasan cannot vote twice. Reynad?
Fuck, man, I don't want to make a choice. Can I remove both?
I mean, you could.
It's equality.
But, yeah, I mean, that is true. I mean, well, kind of. No, you can't. You have to choose. And, come on. Yeah. All right.
Omega low.
All right, I gotta say bye to Mia.
Amia, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, you've been eliminated. You lasted a lot longer than anybody thought, but here you are.
I thought I would be out before we even started the show.
Yeah, but that's okay. Here you are. You made it so far on the Rajj Royale podcast. You can use that as a resume builder. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and shout out your channel.
Amia.
Amia. Bye. Thank you. Amia, twitch.tv/Amia. All right.
Good luck, Casey.
Let's move on.
Oh, thank you. Girl power.
All right.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, Casey, Casey, you excited for a show tomorrow featuring me, Hasan, and everybody else?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's like I'm so excited. I'm very excited about it.
I just want to impress people, you know. I want you to be impressed mostly, Raj.
I am super ready to be impressed. I'm super excited to have the opportunity to be a contestant for once, as opposed to the host.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, let's see here. Do we finish up that topic? Have we come to any consensus? Does anybody want to bring up any points from the previous conversation?
I don't think that we should ban any of the black people emotes because that's racist.
I think like some of the emotes are it's like sometimes you can laugh at it, but then sometimes you just go over the top where they just keep spamming it. When you think you said something wrong, and they would just spam it.
Hold on, but Casey, isn't it a little damaging by calling those emotes, referring to them as as black people emotes? Do you think that is probably?
Am I supposed to say like African?
No, but just like why can't they just be called emotes? I'm playing if anybody wants to.
I guess I just say the black people emotes because that's what we were talking about, how like they can be considered racist, and I think it would just be considered more racist to ban them. Like, oh, we can't see them because people can't be mature enough to not be racist fucks, right?
I don't think there should be a site-wide ban of these emotes.
Obviously.
That was never my intention. If I can't deal with it in my own community, or if I don't want to do it, if I don't want to see it, then of course I'm going to ban it, and I think streamers should do the same thing.
Did you ban the emotes from your community?
What?
Did you ban the emotes from your community?
I did.
Just because of how they are used?
Well, this happened last week when I said Nicaragua, and the chat was like throwing up "Come on, bros," and I was like, I'm sick and tired.
It pisses me off whenever my chat does that. It pisses me off, and I'll be like, "You guys are fucking dumb," and like, how embarrassing that you act like this. You know,
but that's the thing. Like, I've gotten plenty of members in my audience that are black who have criticized the situation, who have said like, "Look, this makes it seem like we're not welcome." Or this makes it seem like this is basically a substitution for the N-word or whatever. We don't get the super low effort racist memes, luckily, in my community, where like every time like a monkey is on screen or whatever, people spam try hard, and that is something that has happened in other communities before that have led to larger streamers like Asmongold and Soda Pop and to ban those emotes as well. But the reason why I did this in this instance is because I just thought that it was getting out of hand. My intention was never to like fully ban them forever or for good either. It's just that it just fucking bothered me.
Honestly, like you'd be surprised, like in my community
all the time.
Yeah,
I ban Resident Sleeper.
I I haven't had
shit, I need to ban that
emotes
shit.
yet.
Me too.
Well, I actually need to ban that. Well, to be honest, my streams ain't Resident Sleep, so I never get that in my chat, so it's fine.
I banned Resident Sleeper. It triggered me one time, and I broke a monitor and ended my stream, so I banned it from the stream.
I remember that.
Yeah, well, actually, that was a different time. I broke my monitor a different time. That was when everybody got up and left at once. All right.
I do want to say this on the subject, just real quick. Like, I don't do these podcasts every week. I do them very rarely. I've been on maybe like 3 or 4 on Twitch total. And I feel like in every single podcast I've ever been on, we have this exact topic, and it's always talking in circles about the same shit over and over. So for me personally, like, I'm at the point of apathy on it. I think if Twitch was going to ban it globally, they would have done it by now. And I think it's just up to the streamer to decide, like, on an individual level if they want it in there or not.
Well,
I guess like for me, like in my community, like I have like an LGBTQ plus community, and I just don't really have issues with hate speech in general. But I can see other communities that do. Like I just know I personally haven't had to do that yet because emotes haven't been used like that yet. But I can understand why Hasan was like, yeah, I'm gonna temporarily ban it just so people will fucking stop.
But Raynette, to be fair, I think we haven't talked about it in like 7 months, and the last time we talked about it was the time you were on the podcast last time.
Oh shit! Okay, what are the odds?
I think what are the odds? I have not covered emotes in a long time. The reason why I brought it up is because it became relevant again because of that whole World of Warcraft thing. It wasn't just like a random topic. Now
it does piss me off how they're used.
Well, okay, but what about the K-Kona emote or the Kappa Pride? How about the Kappa Pride emote or something like that?
K-Kona is a perfect example, I think.
What?
K-Kona is a perfect example of how these two emotes are drastically different. Like when you it goes back to the previous conversation that we were having about whiteness, but
yeah,
K-Kona is a specific type, a specific type of person. You're not saying like all white people do this shit, but when you throw up the try hard, when you see a monkey, you're saying black people are monkeys. There's no like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone has the capacity to distinguish between who is K-Kona by virtue of what they do or how they behave with who is a black person. Everyone's black. When you use the try hard emote in that way, you're disparaging all black people.
Would you be okay with? I mean, would you be okay with a black emote that was only targeted at a specific section of that community, like gangsters or something? Would you think that wasn't racist then?
Yeah, that association, that stereotypical association, is literally that same narrative playing out again. Like, I mean, what percentage of the black community do you think are actually quote unquote gangsters?
What percentage of white people on the planet do you think are K-Kona?
But it's not a specific person, and there is a giant constituency of K-Kona people who do this shit. Is what I'm saying. It's not like
I'm just curious
all white people, whereas when you do it for black people, you're stereotyping all black people as gangsters.
I'm just curious if there was an emote that targeted a specific subsection of the black community, whatever. Would you be okay with that if you're okay with K-Kona?
If it wasn't a negative stereotype, then sure.
I mean, is K-Kona a negative stereotype? I think it has some negative aspects, but
I think one more. So one more little thing about majority minority things, okay? So this is like, it's really awkward and it's hard to understand this, right? So what's wrong with like an emote that like seems to make fun of white people? Why is it that that's okay, but an emote that makes fun of black people isn't okay? So one of the weird things that happens when you're a minority person is oftentimes stereotypes about a minority person will impact the entire race, but it doesn't usually impact the entire race if you're a majority person. So here's an example of this. Josh or me or Hasan, if a white person ever does something that's like really bad, nobody ever will make the statement, oh, Josh got banned from WoW. This makes all white people look bad. This makes all men look bad, right? Typically, you don't really see these statements. Whereas, like in our world of the internet, where gaming's dominated by like white straight men, if you see like a black person do something, or it used to be more the case when a woman would do something, you'd see people say like, oh, well, when she fucks up, now all women look bad. Now all black people look bad. You usually see statements like this more. Usually as like a majority person, you're not usually called to answer for like your entire race. No white person does something and makes all white people look bad. But when a black person does something, you can make all black people look bad. Like this kind of idea, once you kind of understand this, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it makes more sense why like having emotes that target black people is kind of shitty versus targeting white people, because insulting a white person by virtue of being white will never make all white people look bad. But because of the way minority figures work in today's society, insulting like a minority person for a certain characteristic sometimes makes all minority people look bad.
Oh, okay. All right. Anybody want to comment on that?
That's a good point. That makes a lot of sense.
I experienced that a lot. Like whenever I was first getting popular, I got a lot of comments that are like, "Oh, Casey Trent's making all female gamers look bad with her tits out or whatever," and it's just like, you know, which was annoying. I was like, "No, I'm just being myself. I'm being who I want to be. I'm not representing all females." But I don't know. That's like kind of a different topic, but
interesting. Okay.
I got a serious question for.
No, I think that makes perfect sense. What Destiny said.
Can I go off topic a bit? It's kind of the same logic as to why when a white school shooter goes out and like does a school shooting or whatever or a hate crime, a lot of these outlets, especially right-leaning outlets, will say, "Oh, we shouldn't actually use this person's like photo, or we shouldn't actually talk about this person's background." But when it happens that there's a black person who did the shooting, like the case in Virginia Beach that happened recently, everyone's like, "Well, that was an African American male with a gun." Like they hop on to perpetuate that same racial stereotyping to vilify all members of that community, and it works.
I think I've seen it both ways, honestly. Like I've definitely seen cases where the like bad event was done by a black person and the media tried to underreport this, in my opinion. And I've seen the inverse. I think it just depends on the bias. It depends on the bias of the outlet, right? Like everyone's got their own shtick, right? Like I guess the right-leaning ones will try and overreport like black ones, and the left-leaning ones will probably try and overreport or like underreport that. Because I mean, there definitely are whitewashing of crime statistics. Do you not think that?
Have you ever seen the difference in coverage when it comes to like people after a hurricane? Black people loot in Katrina versus white people survive after like the hurricane that occurred in I think it was in Dallas or Harvey.
Honestly, no, I haven't seen. I mean, we don't really get hurricane.
When it's black people who are going into stores and whatnot and taking stuff out, they cover it as like black people are looting. But when white people do the exact same thing, they're like, "Look at these white people surviving." Now, this is technically anecdotal. There aren't that many studies on this, so I can't say with a certainty in a similar fashion to other things. But this is what I have seen personally play out. And it's, again, the stereotyping that occurs that vilifies an entire marginalized group.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really get hurricane coverage over here, so I wouldn't see that. But, I mean, you know, I think it depends so much on the bias of the, like, people reporting it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Pretty obviously. I guess we're done with this topic.
Yeah, it's time to vote. Time to vote. The round is ended. It's time to vote again. Vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick.
Can we hear Slikers?
Yeah, isn't looting like frivolous shit?
The outlet was Associated Press, for the record. If anyone wants to check me on that narrative, I gave you the exact hurricanes and also, you know, where it happened.
Keep, not kick. John, what do you want to bring up?
I just want to ask Destiny something.
Is Destiny here?
I'm always here.
Cut or uncut?
Destiny.
Are you cut or uncut, Destiny? Is that an appropriate question?
I don't know if he's answered. Wait, is he uncut?
Yep.
Really?
So
Are you a dry jack? Do you? Oh, let's talk about dry jacking next time.
Destiny.
What's up, John?
I am circumcised. I am cut. So I want to know if you discriminate against cut people. Why have you not hosted me yet?
I would never host you because I think you're a disgusting piece of shit.
That's
an easy one. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, you know what? You've exposed yourself, little boy.
Okay. Wow! Holy shit! Slicker.
Yes.
Oh, no, never mind. He's in
I'm staying quiet because I'm saying a lot of stupid stuff and I don't like. That's what I mean. Like that's why I prefer not to get myself in like debates like these. I just say stupid stuff. So.
I think we've.
No, it's facts. Like listen, I'm aiming for that partnership. I'm aiming for that partnership.
When are you gonna admit that you have a huge dick? Why do you keep on lying?
Listen, Casey, are you down to fuck?
No,
honestly,
I just know you have a big dick. I can tell.
I don't like to say.
I'm saying if we meet up, I will show you privately. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
I don't like to say stupid shit, but do you want to fuck? What? Do you want to fuck?
I can ride a mean dick, Slicker.
Whoa. Is that duet?
No. I don't know.
Wait, what did she say? Wait, what
she
did
said
say?
I can ride a mean dick. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I think Casey's all talk. I don't believe her.
I swear.
I think Casey's all talk.
Really good.
I chose love with her. She picked me, and then she's all fucking talk. Because in the first Discord call we have, she says, "Josh, I'm not interested in you. You're a fucking incel."
Why?
I didn't say it like that.
You
I didn't say it like that. Josh, don't do this, okay?
Don't do what?
like, I've been nice to you. You're the one who's been coming at me. Like, I've been trying to be cool with you. Like, I thought we were cool.
You raised my hopes up and then fucking shot me through the goddamn skull. It's like you're going in front of a starving child and eating a fucking burger. That's what you did to me.
Maybe that's a fetish of mine.
Eating, yeah.
Does Josh have a chance, Casey, at all?
No, she made that very clear.
Not with the haircut right now.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wait, and I do? What? How makes no
You look
sense.
hotter with the... It's just not a look for Josh. He shouldn't have shaved that.
Okay, I respect. Have you seen Josh's hair? What's it called? The hairline is receding so far. Holy
I've
shit!
seen it, yeah.
That's really bad. Come
I
closer.
think Josh can make it work.
Dude, okay, can
bald.
Can I bring something up that I think most male streamers are suffering from a receding hairline?
Yeah, a lot of men are.
I think name the streamers that get shit for it. I get shit for it. Hasan gets shit for it. Mizkip gets shit for it. Destiny, Itssliker, Josh. Does S-Fan doesn't because he's got big luscious locks. Who else?
Asmongold.
Asmongold. Soda doesn't.
Raynad.
Raynad is your Raynad's got a perfect hairline.
Yeah, Raynad, you have a good hairline.
Okay, so
and also Raj,
Andy's got his hair.
Raj, even me, like it comes with the territory because I think streamers have one of the most stressful jobs. You know?
Maybe that's
I
it.
agree completely.
Is that proof? Is that proof that streaming is a stressful job? Okay, so take a look. I want you guys to look at proof of something.
Before I started Twitch streaming, I know it's anecdotal, but
this isn't an ad chat. But go ahead and look at the screen, people on the show. Whoever edited your advertisement for tomorrow's show, Casey, edited and added hair to my head because of my hairline.
Yes.
They added hair. I thought
my gaze.
I was
God
like,
bless
man,
them, right?
somebody commented on it and said, man, Raj, that picture must be at least 5 years old because Raj has a full head of hair. And they edited on the side. They added more hair on the right side of my head. If you're looking at it,
receding hairline. What the fuck are you?
It was one of my gays. God bless them, right? Like those gays do so much.
Well, I know they added hair. Well, anyway, I never thought I had a receding hairline, but until then, you know, I don't understand. Do I have a receding hairline?
Picture.
I thought it was a great picture. I think they made it worse by adding hair, to be honest. But am I popular amongst your gay community, Casey?
Oh yeah, Raj.
No, Raj, you got to remember, like the Twitch chat is always wrong. Like they actually don't know that I'm a genius. They call me an idiot.
How is V so perfect?
How did that have anything to do with what we were talking about, John?
Oh, I'm just here for content.
Okay, all right. The winner of the poll was Hasan again, needing to choose between the two bottom people, Jonzherka or Caseytron.
Oh, she's gonna choose me. We all know that.
I don't deserve to be here. I mean, like.
You were close to being in the bottom.
Like John's gonna split if he stays on, he's gonna split the slicker.
What? What did he say?
Hasan?
Did he
oh no,
look how happy he is. Look.
Oh fuck, he'll be back.
Mirror force! I did a mirror force. I kicked him.
No, he'll be back. Just give him a second. He'll be back.
Holy shit!
His internet will be back. He's done this before. He'll be back. Hello, Hasan. Hasan. Hasan.
Hey, Hasan, you shouldn't have mentioned my name. You done froze, little boy.
Just give him 1 second. His internet will be back with us in just a short moment.
Zerka Official is my Twitter, and it's okay. All right, well, we'll wait for Rogers.
Hold on, we'll wait. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Just give it 1 second. Hasan.
All right, I'm back.
All right, welcome back, Hasan. If you could just knock on the appear in real quick, while we just wait just for a brief moment.
Fucking shit ass internet.
Okay, all right, let's bring it in. Okay, all right, Hasan, let's get back to it. You have to choose between Zerka and Caseytron in the bottom two.
All right. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna have to go ahead with Zerka.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Jonzherka,
wait,
you've been eliminated from the show. Go ahead and shout yourself out.
Hasan, just because you chose me, when the power dynamic changes, I will not be lenient with you. And Hasan, my mercy has its limits in content. I mean, what I'm trying to say, guys, is like, I'm literally all the content on Twitch. Period.
You're going viral.
I'm viral as fuck. Women love me. Dogs love me.
Yeah.
The right wing loves me. The centrist, the left wing, everyone loves me. What I'm trying to say is I'm better than all of you.
All right.
All of you.
If you're so good, John, and you're all the content, go ahead and see how effective your Twitch Prime sellout for me is. And if it works, then you're all the content. If it doesn't, then I have my doubts.
Subscribe with your Twitch Prime if you, in your heart, genuinely believe that I brightened up your day. Come on, guys.
Okay, well, good luck. Let's see how it works. But thank you, John. Oh, actually,
you're welcome, Raj. And you know what? I don't want your host.
Okay, well, you didn't win. You didn't win, John.
No, I don't. I reject your host.
Okay, well, you didn't get it then.
No. If I were to get it, I would have rejected it.
So far you've brightened up 4 people's days out of 20. Oh, actually, holy shit. John, oh my God, it's holy shit, John. My God, John, you brightened up a lot of people's days.
Make it rain.
Oh my God, it's like, oh my God, look at that.
Make it rain.
Holy shit. Well, hold on, let's see. It's not stop now. It's not quite as powerful as when Mia Malkova said it, but
round 2. Let's go. Let's go with the subs. Round 2.
Okay. Well, let's see. You brightened up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 people's days. That's really good. Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and you know what, Raj?
Yeah.
I hope you're coming to San Diego, correct?
Yeah, I will.
That is the Jonzherka show.
Okay, thank you, John. Everybody, give it up for John. Jonzherka, Twitch.tv/Jonzherka. Bye.
Bye, John.
And
Bye, John.
I love you all. I want you guys all to
Okay, John.
one thing.
John. Yeah. Let's go.
Go. Fuck yourself. Omega low.
Where's the echo coming from? Hello?
Hello?
Echo. Hasan?
Is it me? I don't know.
Yeah, I think your mic is.
Do it again?
Yeah. It's a little overmodulated, just a little bit. 10 gear subs from Dance Lance. Thank you very much for gifting those subs. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a little bit over. It was just like really loud for a second, but thank you very much. All right. The next topic here, actually, we have to eliminate again here very shortly. The rounds are getting furiously quick. So Juby Listrub, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it. How about this? The debate. We have one female here, so it's going to be a difficult debate. I genuinely want to know between the people in the call right now, who here dry jacks versus wet jacking? I want to know.
What does that mean?
What the fuck is the difference?
So,
Can you explain?
A wet jack is when you use lubricant there's a group of people that use lubricant every time they jerk it, and there's the people that just don't use lubricant at all every time they jerk it. Or spit.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Can I talk about my masturbation habits? Because I feel like it'll be sexualized.
No one gives a fuck about your
Whenever dudes talk about
masturbation.
masturbating, it's like, oh, haha, but I can't talk about fucking my pussy with my dildo vibrator, etc.
That's nasty.
You're saying it's nasty? I'm just saying. Like, it'll probably be TOS.
I used to put, dude, I used to have the best ones ever. Hasan, your microphone.
Hasan?
What?
Your microphone. You're echoing.
I've known guys that have liked it dry and guys that have liked it.
So, Casey, this is the myth I want to unravel. Do girls masturbate to the frequency that men do?
What do you mean? Like, how often?
Yeah, like how often is it? Just out of curiosity.
I guess it depends on the female. Like, I masturbate, like, I would say once or twice a day. I always like to masturbate before bed because it makes me fall asleep easier. And sometimes I'll masturbate in the morning, and then sometimes I'll just be, like, really anxious, so I'll masturbate before I stream.
Really? Okay, interesting.
Dude,
wow,
dude, the best one is, like, you go in the bath, and you get you fill up the bathtub. Like halfway to your balls.
Shower head.
No, listen to this. You put some bath salt in it. You put your balls in the water, and then you jack off while your balls are getting tingled by the bath salt. That works so good. Honest to God, it works.
I cannot. The heat sensation does not work for me at all. 100%.
Oh my God, it works. My balls tickle so good. I squeeze more.
Is this? Hold on, Slicker. Can I show the picture that you sent?
Slicker is literally a scientist when it comes to masturbating. Holy shit!
Yeah? Try it, chat. If you don't believe me, try it.
An intellectual, Slicker, just in the wrong, just in different areas, you know.
One of the great things about being a female and masturbating is vibrators take so much little effort. You know, it's like you can just like.
All right, okay, so we know you're begging for the. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
So
no, and I'm just saying, like, if you're a guy, you gotta.
Slicker,
you know, for
this
like
was Slicker before the show in the bathtub. Were you wearing a life jacket?
Nice. That's actually really funny.
Good one.
Dude, I'm actually 5'4" now. I'm not 5'2", Raj.
You grew, huh?
Yeah, no, Helena Live is 5'2", 5'3". I'm taller than Helena Live. Can I send you a picture and show you?
Yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Look, this proves. Look, I'm gonna send you right now. This proves that I am taller. And on Twitter, Helena Live said she's 5'3".
Yeah.
Watch. Let me just get the picture 1 second.
All right.
I'm not 5'2". What the fuck? Wait. Here.
This broadcast is brought to you by DibDab, by the way. Exclamation point DibDab in the chat. You could
Don't
download
show
it today.
Helena live. She's a banned streamer. Do
Oh
not
yeah, I
show
can't
her.
show that. I don't think. Yeah, I can't.
Saved.
So,
I saved.
Thank you, Casey.
I thought this was a family show. I can't believe this is the topic.
I mean, I don't
Wait,
think it's
Raina,
that.
hold on. I'm sorry. Wait. Sorry, is this the topic that makes you uncomfortable? Are you a dry jacker?
Yeah, hey, it's a sin, Raj. You know, I don't touch myself at night.
Okay,
saving
right.
myself for marriage.
But people. Hasan told me that he's like a. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. What'd you say, Casey?
Reynad has like all these girls ready to masturbate in porn. He doesn't have to do it himself. Reynad, turn your camera. Show us all the girls that you have. Like... See, he won't because he knows it's true.
But
I think hijacking
He's
is
smiling.
actually a sin, unironically, especially if you're cut. I mean, you're just punishing your penis for no reason whatsoever. And as a hedonist, I think you should take advantage of those brief moments of pleasure in life.
Lube is so obnoxiously slippery and nasty.
I have never used lube.
I've tried shampoo on my dick.
Oh, me too, and it fucking burns, doesn't it?
It hurts. Dude, that shit hurts so much because I don't know shit. Like when you take a piss, it burns as well.
Yeah, it burns. Yeah, because you get soap in the tip and it doesn't work out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we don't like. Yeah, you don't like that at all.
I don't know. Did you guys ever try fucking the shampoo bottle?
Oh my god, no way, Josh, you didn't.
How would it fit?
Yeah.
Wait, did you actually do that?
Yeah, it fit pretty easily.
Did it burn?
It hurts, yeah.
Wow.
But it feels good, right? That's like the attraction.
Not really, no.
That's actually smart because shampoo is soft.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you put your dick in it, it feels like one of those fleshlights.
Fleshlights are so fucking overrated. I've never seen them more.
Really? I've never tried it.
I have tried.
I used a banana. I've done that before. I've used that method in the past.
I have several different fleshlights, and honestly, I don't know what the real thing feels like, but they're all like 10 times worse than my fucking hand. Even when you go to the full effort, right? So the process you're meant to do is you're meant to warm them up in the microwave. Well, you're meant to use warm water, but the microwave's faster, I find. So I zap it in the microwave, I nuke that shit real quick, then I fuck it, and I don't know, my hand is just better every single time.
Do you wash it in the dishwasher?
Huh?
Well, no.
You take the soft fleshy part out, just nuke it in the microwave for a minute, then fuck it while it's warm.
Well, okay. First of all,
I think my hand is better.
When I had one, I used to put it in the sink and sit there awkwardly with a raging hard on in the bathroom as I watched my.
That's what you're meant to do,
fake
but it
pussy
takes
float in the
too
sink.
long.
It does take too long.
Yeah,
I know.
That's why I use the microwave instead.
I often gave up and just did it, the way.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, there's a lot of ways. Like, is it just me or you can only masturbate with one hand? Like your own preferred hand, right? I tried using my left hand and it's so hard. Like for some reason I can't do it straight. Wait, I'm doing too much detail. Right, I can't do it.
You don't use both hands. Some guys like it whenever you use both hands. Like a...
Wait, what? People masturbate with two hands?
No, guys like to be masturbated with both hands. Like you do like kind of like.
Casey, stop!
Casey,
you can't.
Casey, what you did? What you
Casey, you can't. Casey, you can't. She was just ringing out.
I was wringing out a rag.
Does that shit not hurt?
I mean, it's like you don't want to squeeze too hard.
Oh, man. Honestly, now I'm scared of getting a girlfriend.
The winner of the last round was Mr. Itssliker. You have to choose between Hasan.
So smart, dude, I'm so smart. I keep quiet and I do so bad until the moments I realize I have to actually start trying. I'm so smart. I'm actually smart.
Itssliker, you are very intelligent. Hasan and Casey Tron are in the bottom two. Itssliker, who's it gonna be, Casey or Hasan?
Okay, let me see this. Systematically speaking,
yeah,
Hasan has been raging like a little baby. Okay.
Oh.
That has What do we know? That has caused problems and inflicted situations between Raj and Hasan, causing them to have beef.
I don't have beef with
Casey
Hasan. Do we have beef, Hasan?
No, we don't have beef.
Are you mad at me?
Remember Hasan? Hasan, I just want an apology for you telling your viewers to vote for Mia Malkova last time when he was on.
Wait, what did you say? You want me to apologize to
you for? You made all your viewers vote for Mia Malkova when.
Bitch, you fucking asked people to vote for Mia Malkova too. I was watching.
Well,
look, dude, if you're gonna eliminate me, it's fine. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not.
All right, so you won't get hurt, okay?
I'm not gonna hold it against you like you're.
Bro, listen, Hassuni, look at me. Hassuni, just look at me. Hassuni, look at me. Just look at me. Are you looking?
What?
You think I'm ever gonna kick you, bro? Man, you sit on that chair like a gangster, bro. Kick this gal out. Women, we don't tolerate that. I'm joking.
Squad dump.
I'm joking.
Okay, my bad.
Chill out.
We're good.
That was all we needed, Twitch. That's all we needed. Thank you very much. All right, Casey Tron has been eliminated from the show. Casey, this is
Give Casey trying to clap for making at least
Casey,
this far.
this is the farthest you've made it on the show. Thank you.
I don't know why. I think I bring a lot. Like, I don't think I'm that annoying as people act like. Everybody just acts like I'm some awful person.
You know what's funny is I think Casey, you have had one of the most entertaining redemption arcs on Twitch that I've ever seen. I think you've gone from, and I've said this multiple times, when a lot of people used to flame you several years ago, and now we've all grown up and gotten older and matured to actually appreciate the humor that you've been bringing us to for several years. It's really am a big fan. No, I've always been a big fan.
You.
Yeah, and I've always been a big fan, but I think we were just all way too immature, and you worked us, and now we're of age, and now we actually understand. So
I think a lot of people still hold the trolling against me because I trolled them like 5 years ago whenever they were 16. They're still mad about it or whatever.
And the people saying nope were 12, and now they're 16, and they still haven't matured enough yet. So
yeah.
Anyway, all right, Casey, go ahead and shout out your channel. You got a show tomorrow, right, with me and everybody else on it.
Yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Tune in.
Casey, do you need me on it? Casey, do you need me on it?
You already said you wouldn't. I had it written up for you. I did
because it's a woman that's hosting the show. I really need that.
Wow, Slicker.
Slicker, you need hold on, Slicker. You need to elaborate. You need to say you're trolling because your mic cut out.
Obviously, I'm joking because I love Casey. Me and Casey are friends, right?
Okay, all right, good.
All right, Casey, you need to speak. No, Casey, we are friends, right?
All right, Casey.
I don't know. You're just.
You just kicked her, dude. What are you talking about?
No, please don't say that. Please don't say that. Do not say that. Do not say that. Reina,
I'm gone.
No.
Enjoy being an affiliate, buddy.
It's a joke. Listen,
hey, Reynad, are you interested in signing Slicker to Temple?
Twitch is gonna hear about this.
No! Get out! Kick her out, Raj. Don't.
Casey, thank you for coming. Twitch.tv/CaseyTron. Live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern with Hasan, myself, Destiny, and Clint, and Candyland, and Invader V. Okay, guys, it's getting down. The next round will eliminate 2 people because we started with like 14 people on the show. And we have to get so it's getting crazy.
I need to try more harder, boys.
Crazy. Okay. It's getting down to the wire. So the next topic will be who do you think should be eliminated next and why?
Oh my god, is this like the Rajj Royale? Okay, I think Reynad, because I want to fucking join Team Liquid. Get that political, undebatable, degenerate piece of shit out of here. And the reason I'm saying
the only fair way to do this is by hairline.
Wait, most or least? Because I got a bad rep in life. Look at me, right? This is like the only fucking thing that I might get. Right? You think I'm getting anything else? No, a win on this show is it. That's it. This isn't even a sympathy thing. This is a safety thing. Okay? Think about what I might do. That's not a threat.
Well, no.
Just think about it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Not a threat. Explicitly not a threat. But do think about what might happen.
No, but what he means is, Chad, is he's not making a threat. What he's talking about is thinking about what might happen, and you should really think not too hard about it. He's just going to go on living his normal life, playing video games, and being a perfectly law-abiding citizen. Isn't that right, Josh?
I mean, it's completely rational to shave all your hair off and, like, you know, I could be on edge. Could be. Not, but I could be on edge.
I don't think he's
could be close to a psychotic break.
In fact,
lives at stake. Again, just a joke.
I think his wall behind him is he's an artist. He's going for some sort of bomb shelter motif or something like that behind you. I think that's why you've etched your nails into it aggressively.
Anyway, kick Slicker because I want the insult vote. Yeah, who else?
Okay, well, chat, listen to this.
Kick Hasan as well.
No, let me explain. Let me explain.
Those are the 2 I want gone.
Okay, you kick me out, chat. You're gonna have Hasan, who just absolutely cries like a little whiny bitch. Okay, you're gonna have Reynad, who disagrees with everyone. Okay, and fuck you and that PC behind it.
If you weren't always wrong, maybe I wouldn't always disagree.
Homie, if you really want a political debate with me, because I know more about debates. Trust me, Hasan knows. Hasan even admitted saying, "Hasan, you need to speak, bro," because I don't want Hasan to. I mean, chat. We all listen. We need to show. Wait, actually, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to be a victim. Okay, and I don't know. I like Method, so I'm gonna keep it. I want him to stay. I want these two political bastards out. There we go. You chat. You heard it. Who's gonna influence you more, me or these two? Me.
Well, they haven't said anything.
We all know. Vote for the 016 when you heard that chat. I put in more. I know you guys are gonna be like, why am I putting in effort? Because I'm begging for that host nowadays. You get me?
Isn't it a bit shitty to come on Raj's show every single week, provide no content for fucking 4 hours straight, and then just sit here and be autistic in the last 10 minutes and think that?
No, because look, okay, I'm gonna be real.
Isn't that a bit fucking shitty to sit here just to silently cruise through every single topic, take the piss out of the guy who fucking made you, right? And then sit here and try and hand it a chat.
Let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with you.
I think that's pretty trash behavior, honestly.
Okay, let me
Wait,
be honest
take the
with
piss
you.
out of me? He took the piss out of me?
Okay.
No, he's pissing on you.
Oh,
no,
on your goodwill.
Let me be honest. I think whenever I come on, it doesn't help me with partnership.
Every time you come on the Rajj show,
Not because of Rajj. It's just people on the podcast, and I will start arguing. And
I disagree. I disagree, Slicker.
I think so.
I think coming on the Rajj show actually gives you a platform to show that you're reformed and you are worthy of partnership. And you, yeah.
Rajj is yeah, possibly. I mean.
Here's what I think. I think we want the best podcast possible, and what we don't want to encourage, like Josh said, is people just coasting by for all the early rounds and then like only putting content in towards the end. Hasan and Josh were both putting in content the entire time, right? So was I would argue. And yeah, I think that should be rewarded, you know? It's good to have consistency. It's good to actually like bring the content in the early rounds too.
Reynad, is this you
I'm not gonna fight against Slicker for gaming the system appropriately. He's just trying to win. So
says the one.
Wait, Hasan, aren't capitalists just trying to win in the system?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
how can you hate the rich when they're just trying to win in the system, buddy? Well, they're just trying to win. Fuck exploiting the poor. Fuck taking advantage of Rajj. He's just trying to win.
Yes. Look, trying to be quiet. Bro, you smart.
He comes in at the end and starts talking towards the end and then usually takes it over.
Chat, let me explain something with Hasan, right? He dissed Rajj saying a dipshit. He played it smart because that will interact with the chat, making them all hyped to vote for Hasan, which it worked.
Everyone fucking hates me, Slicker.
Shut the fuck up, you dipshit. Chat, you heard that right. You heard that.
People don't hate you, Hasan.
No, that was a moment of that was a heated exchange.
Bro,
I
guarantee this fake. I know you're Hasan. You're not.
Wait, hold on. Are you still going after me for undermining you?
I'm saying that I felt like undermined, and you made your position, and I'm over it. I don't want to discuss it again, but yeah, I that was entirely different. I wasn't trying to fucking bait the chat or whatever.
Good job, chat. Keep it up. That's what I'm talking about.
The bottom two get eliminated on this poll. Vote for who you want to keep on the show. Not kick. Yes.
Oh, shit. Wait, what?
Yeah, the bottom two.
Keep up. Vote. Do not stop.
Vote for who you want to keep. Not kick. Vote for who you want to vote. Keep. Not kick. Then we got the last round.
Chat, do you want a political last debate?
I'll do it.
Stop. No,
don't
stop.
think I want to.
No, he's not talking. No, come on. Let's not.
I'm kidding.
Let's not use that as leverage, Josh. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. The top two right now. It's very close. All right.
Shit. Well.
Holy shit! Incels have spoken.
Yes. Hey, listen. You get me?
All right.
This is the moment when I start shining.
You have 5 minutes.
Oh, he's gonna start doing the walking thing? That's what you do in the last one every single time? Or let me just pace back and forth. Fuck you.
Okay.
You want me to stand up as well? I'm bigger than you.
Are you wearing pajamas?
Yeah, obviously. This isn't a real job. Are you kidding me?
All right. The bottom two that are getting eliminated, according to the straw poll, are
peace out, punk.
Reynad and Hasan have been eliminated from the show. Thank you for coming, both of you. Please go ahead and shout out your channels, starting with Slicker.
That's very fucking disrespectful.
Slicker, come on. All right, Slicker, thank you.
Have a bit of class.
Yeah, thank you. Because Reynad, go ahead and shout yourself out, please.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Thanks for having me. I don't need to shout out my channels because I don't need to do this shit for a living anymore.
I am so jealous of you.
Thank you, Mr. Reynad. Thank you so much. Twitch.tv/TempoStorm. Thank
Before
you.
you leave, Reynad, honest to God, would you ever take me as a personality streamer? On my mom's life, no joke. Would you take me on?
You're not brand friendly at all, so we can't sell against you, so we can't make money off you. That's the thing.
Excuse me, little bitch. I got 2 sponsorships.
Reynad, you need somebody like me, right?
Fuck you.
Right?
Liquid
Reynad?
all the way. Team motherfucking Team Liquid.
You need somebody like me who's brand friendly.
Liquid's not spelled with a T, but all right.
Okay.
Yeah, Team Liquid, you dumb bitch.
All right, thank you. Hasan, go ahead and shout yourself out.
Twitch.tv/Hasanabi.
Thank you, Hasan, for coming. I appreciate it.
Good talking. See
I
you.
love you. Hello? You don't let me.
Dude, no one's gonna hit me up. Okay, now Josh,
All right,
you made
okay. It's the final round, ladies and gentlemen. Josh versus Slicker. You couldn't have said it any time less, gentlemen. Welcome. My gosh, holy shit! The only thing missing from this final is hair. I think.
Destiny.
What's up,
man? What's up, my friend? Yeah, what's up, my friend? Are you would you suggest your viewers to vote for me or
this is some bullshit. Listen, here's the plan.
Because
right?
let me say this, Josh.
Let me explain this to you, Slicker.
Hey,
Raj, if you win, you get a host, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's late. I don't really care to stream. What I will do, however, is shut the fuck up. I will turn on my own stream and immediately host a girl that I'm in love with 20k plus viewers. This will give me clout and possibly get me laid. You could end my streak right here.
Well,
Think about a 20k host on an ego from me,
Josh.
Right?
Josh,
the smile as she says my fucking name. What a rush that would be.
Josh,
honestly, this is community service. You're doing outreach right here. You're helping the incel community. I know you boys. You guys are all fucking lonely like me. You jerk off to the same fucking Just Chatting stream as I do. Imagine, yeah.
Of course, they would have to consent to your raid. Private.
What? Wait.
Prior, you'd have to, consent to the raid.
Wait,
Anyway.
you just host them. You don't ask. What?
Okay. Listen, if I win, I'm gonna be able to stream. Okay, and who here wants me to stream, right? Guys,
that's the easiest one in my life. Are you fucking kidding?
Listen, you guys are calling this guy an incel when he just said he wants to host a girl, love of his life.
Yeah, so because I want to get laid. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, you're a virgin. Wait, no, you're not a virgin, right? You said you're not a virgin.
Yeah, because I was lying to Nova to try and get laid. I thought Nova wanted to chat.
Well,
I'll do anything.
Listen, chat. Do you know how much of a bitch he is? There's this girl.
What the fuck do you mean a bitch? You want to talk about TwitchCon? You want to talk about fucking TwitchCon?
Okay, so is this how it works? You're gonna start turning alpha against me? The one that
no, it's not alpha. But if you gotta call me a bitch, we'll see the real fucking bitches. This is the guy that was crying outside the club that I had to call a fucking cab for and fucking hold him like a little baby on the way home while he showed me pictures of some Twitch streamer he was in love with.
You're gonna
act like a fucking alpha and call me a bitch when that was you?
Well, I'll admit I didn't win this one. I've given up.
You've given up.
No,
you got 2
okay.
minutes
Then he goes for the sympathy vote.
You've
Look at
got
this
2
shit.
minutes and 30. You got 2 minutes.
No sympathy.
He's won. He won, chap. I know.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, what can I do?
Okay, do you have any tips?
I always get picked on. I'm small. I get picked on because I'm small. I get picked on because
I have never made fun of you for your height.
Yep. Hey, well, you picked on to me because I'm bald. I'm stupid.
No,
incel. It's fine.
It's literally me. We have those things in common.
It's fine. Nah, it's fine.
Nah, it's okay.
Team Liquid. Oh my god! On my mum's life, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say fuck Method. That's what I meant. Fuck Method.
So
fuck him. No Team Liquid. You guys.
Yeah, I mean Method. That's also an org, but whatever. I mean, there's no chance they would. Team Liquid. I mean, you are unsponsorable. You know that, right?
What?
Like just. I mean, you like no org would take you. Like you might get sponsors, but no org would take you. I mean, honestly, dude. My org regrets taking me. Are you kidding me? They fucking most orgs. Most players and orgs want out that contract, right? Because they signed the shitty contract. Like Tufa, they want out. I think I'm the only fucking guy that the org wants rid of. They signed that shit, and then they realized when I started speaking, they were like, "Oh, we fucked up so bad," right? And they get like an email every single week. They're like, some guy's like, "Yeah, I saw Josh's stream. You know, this isn't really appropriate for the sponsors." And they're like, "Dude, we gotta put up with this guy for like 6 more months. We have 6 more months with this fucking guy." Like that's literally how it is.
Do you think you'll renew at the end of it?
I don't know if that's my fucking choice, honestly.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Well, gentlemen, you have about 60 seconds left, so
okay, well, yeah.
You got any tips for rocking the bald head? Do you reckon I should grow a beard?
Bro, listen to me.
I might just
grow that.
I like the eyebrows. Look at that.
Holy shit, you look like a. Okay, I'm not gonna say that's too.
I love the eyebrows, dude.
I think actually the eyebrows do need to be plucked because it looks like you missed a spot. I think.
Do you know
in the middle?